Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Paisley Media Group Station. Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots play the New York Jets tonight at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as both teams try to manage a short work week. Mark Bertrand and Chris Gasper will bring you Patriots preview at 5:30 this afternoon here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. That'll be followed by kickoff with Bob Sosi and Scott Zolak at around 8:15. Yesterday, head coach Mike Vrabel ruled out Ramondre Stevenson, Kayshon Boutte, Austin Hooper, and Christian Ellis for tonight. Backup running back Terrell Jennings and defensive lineman Joshua Farmer have been listed as questionable. Giants starting quarterback Jackson Dart remains in concussion protocol, so it'll be Jameis Winston getting the start this weekend against Green Bay and not Russell Wilson. The Celtics tore through Memphis on the second night of a back-to-back. They beat them 131-95 at TD Garden yesterday evening. Peyton Pritchard led 5 Celtics in double figures with 24 points.
But just playing with instincts and just like pushing the pace. But yeah, just it was good to bounce back for those two because I definitely wasn't myself, so it was more like me tonight.
Celtics led this one wire to wire. They're off until Sunday when they host the LA Clippers. Bruins had last night off. They're in Ottawa tonight. Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers have the pregame at 6:30 and the face-off at 7 over on Country 102.5. The Bees have won 7 straight, dating back to a 7-2 loss in Ottawa at the end of last month. And for a second straight year, Detroit lefty Tarek Skubal was voted the winner of the American League Cy Young Award. Red Sox ace Garrett Crochet finished second in the balloting. Paul Skeens was the unanimous winner of the award in the National League. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Catches Law. At Catches, they specialize in helping those who have been injured not only from a one-time incident, but from a lifetime of hard work and labor. Does this sound like you? Visit CatchesLaw.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 6:30.
No matter where you go, you're always connected to Boston sports with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Download it wherever you get your apps today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
You might hate me, but you're listening.
and Hardy
Don't bother me. I'm at the Pickle Palace.
on 98.5.
I know what I'm capable of.
He said something about peanut butter, right?
Yeah. Boning, baby. Make America nut again.
That's gross. That's disgusting.
Let's talk about cheese.
What are you going to have for lunch?
I was at dinner with my wife and a friend.
Kitty, kitty, pussy, kitty, kitty, kitty. Flap, flap, flap.
Shut up, I'm trying to talk to Paul.
Toucher and Hardy
Good luck trying to put your finger in it when there's a million holes.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
The passion play, crumbling away. I'm the source of self-construction, self-destruction. Veins are pumped with fear, sucking all the clear. Oh, suck.
Guy from Machine. Good morning. Good morning, all. We are Toucher and Hardy, Town Fair Tires Studios, 617.
Fred, hello.
Hi, Guy from Machine, 617-779-0985. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. Town Fair Tires Studios is where we all are.
And I'm a good singer.
You are. Everyone's in the same room. No one is on Zoom. It's a historic day. We are one of the 2 broadcasting entities that has everyone in the same room. It's amazing. No one is on Zoom until we have guests, and then they're on Zoom.
Well, yeah.
And then we'll have some guests on Zoom. But Phil comes in.
Phil comes in?
And Dave Richards on the phone, I think.
No, he's Zoom.
He's
been zooming this season, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so we got 2 Zooms and an in-person.
Who's zooming who? As Aretha Franklin once asked. You know,
I'm driving on that freeway of love.
Is that
How
Aretha?
you doing?
Who's zooming who?
That's off as
That's
Who's
right.
Zooming Who.
No, I think you got it.
I'm driving on that freeway of love. How you doing, friends?
There are 2 Pink Cadillac songs, like, back-to-back. There was that, and then there was the Bruce Springsteen Pink Cadillac within very short amount of time.
Yes.
Pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac.
No, his was very upbeat.
Upbeat pink Cadillac. Pink, upbeat pink Cadillac.
There are like 2 musical instruments used to make that song.
Nebraska was very brave to do because everyone else was doing the same thing. It was in the height of the singer-songwriter.
Very brave.
Yeah.
It was very brave. You know, there was Joni Mitchell and Taylor and, you know, everyone else. It was a lot. Jackson Brown.
Paul Simon.
Yeah, everybody. It was very brave.
Dan Fogelberg.
It was very brave of me. The guy who did Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh, yeah.
John Sebastian.
Very brave.
Yeah.
That movie was just like, the record company is like, don't make this record. He's like, I got to make the record. And they were like, imagine him doing this. And then you're like, well, yeah, that was like the late 70s. Of course he did that. That's what everyone was doing. I mean, there was punk rock. And then there was singer-songwriters. That's what people did. That's what everyone was doing. It's not novel. It was annoying. But it's another example of... I don't even think Bruce Springsteen wants this. I just think his fans do. But Springsteen was very depressed. Very close to suicide. But he didn't do it. And then from that came Born in the USA, where he gave everyone what they wanted.
John, if there was one era of your life that they were going to make a biopic about, you know, where you were particularly brave and had something that you thought would make for a good story, what era would that
elementary school, when I got back at Jay Tedesco for picking on me on the playground.
Oh, what'd you do?
Oh, yeah. He sucker punched me one time on the playground in elementary school, and I stewed over it for a full day. I was really angry. And then I went and I got him. I jumped him and started beating on him the next day.
Really?
And, oh, yeah. That's when the Rocky music, like, you know, comes full throat. And this is...
Were you crying when you did it?
Kid. I don't
Like
remember.
Ralphie.
I don't remember. You'd have to get someone
Did
else that
everyone
was
start
there.
gathering around and cheering?
Oh, yeah. There was a full circle of kids.
Now, when you jumped him, did you sucker jump him? Like he sucker punched you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't see me coming. Oh, yeah. Completely blindsided him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was great. A crowning moment. Yeah. In my mind, all the kids were screaming, Wallach, 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 but I don't think that happened.
When I was in 8th grade or a freshman, I was making fun of this kid, and I then, like, later in the day, I was walking down the hall, and he just took a thick, hard textbook and, like, ripped me in the side of the head.
Really?
Yeah, just, like, came up behind and just ripped me in the side of the head with a textbook. And then I was, like, going to turn around and do something, and because it, like, stung real bad, and I was like, I was like, good for him. I swear to God, that was my reaction. I was like, good for him. I'm like, you know, I was being a dick. I swear to you, I'm not making this up. This is how it happened. The kid came up from behind. He was this Asian kid. Like, who would have thought? He was kind of like muscular kid, but he was a dork. And, like, I was making fun of him. Nothing terrible, but I, you know, like, kind of making fun of him. Funny, you know, getting everyone else going.
Yeah. You're working the crowd.
Yeah, putting the attention off of me, making, you know, feeling better about myself through pointing out others' inadequacies. And, you know, I can't remember what I said. Probably real racist stuff. No, I can't remember what I said. And I was walking down the hall, and then just all of a sudden, I felt this huge slap on the side of my head. And what had happened is the kid had a thick, you know, this is the late 80s, early 90s. He had a thick textbook with the glossy, hard cover. And he just took it and ripped the side of my head. And it, like, stung really bad. Like, it didn't, like, kill. It just, like, stung my ear. And then I, like, turned around, and he was, like, like, all spazzing out. And I was like, all right. Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Now, when this Tedesco fella punched you the day before, the vicious sneak attack that you then pulled on him.
Yeah, big punch in the back of my head. It was really, really painful.
What did he say to you?
Yeah, but
Didn't say anything.
Was it unprovoked?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know why.
You weren't perched on his car or anything.
No. I took a dump on his windshield afterwards.
Oh, good.
This is like Christine. You do it on the
So
dashboard.
you hadn't done anything. He was just like, were you considered popular in elementary school? No, you were a nerd.
No, I was a nerd.
Why do you do that? Don't do that.
Well, because I'm trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay, but you knew the answer to that.
I didn't know how he was in elementary school. Was he like a cool kid, or was he like a dirt road kid?
He wasn't a cool kid.
So so this is what was going on there. This was not a guy picking on John, like one of these elites picking on John.
No,
he was a
it
nerd.
wasn't a situation like that.
Yeah, this is one of these like savage dirt road kids trying to like get a name for himself, like going wrong.
That's right. By beating me up, he increased his
absolutely.
That's what he was.
That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to.
It's class warfare.
It's class. Well, no. John didn't do anything wrong. John was just the victim of it. This guy didn't know how to behave. So he thought if he went after John, he could go CCC and everyone would be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But everyone would gather around and see you get beat up and go like, oh, that's weird. Like it was awesome, but it was weird. And then they would walk away. And then that would leave him even more frustrated. But for you, you getting back at him did have a positive effect, I'm sure, because at least it gave the Dirt Road kids a second chance. Second thoughts if they were going to pick on you again.
It was funny too because I got taken to the principal's office and they had to call my parents and they're like, "This happened at recess. You gotta, come talk to your son." My mother walked in. She was so stunned that anything like this had happened. She like patted me on the back afterwards and said, "Good job." Because I explained to her what had happened the day before. I hadn't told her yet.
Was the principal at all cool to you? Like he understood what was going on?
No, the principal had no. It was like, Jonathan, we use our words, something to that effect. We use our words. We don't use our fists. This is what you did was wrong. And I tried to explain to him, but Mr. Robinson, this is not what this is what happened the day before. He said that violence is never an answer. The boilerplate stuff that I didn't listen to at all.
But did you tell him you were afraid of getting drafted?
No, I did not.
World War II.
Right.
You were afraid.
It was right after we hit under our desks.
You were afraid of the Kaiser?
Yeah.
He was coming after all of you?
Absolutely. All the boys, all the manufacturing jobs were going to women because of the lack of men around.
That's true.
Well,
big day, Fred.
Yeah.
So much so that I was thinking about this last night. It has been a while since Patriots fans had a primetime game that actually meant something. Even longer since it actually meant something. And that, all games matter now, even if you don't think much of the Jets, which I still would caution against. Don't make that fatal mistake. But I feel like today we need to remind people what it's like and to make sure everybody is ready. And for that,
countdown to kickoff. 14 hours to go.
What are you doing up so early?
You're going to be too tired for the big game.
Better make time for a nap.
40 winks, a little snooze, get some shut-eye, big guy.
See, there you go. There's tip number one, and we'll have one throughout. We'll have these throughout the show today. Countdown to kickoff.
Awesome.
To really get people so they're at top form for the game.
Yeah.
So I haven't felt well the last couple of days. So I said to Milo, my son, I said, "Look, if I can't go, do you want to take a friend?" And he's like, "Yeah, I take a friend." And he got in touch with his friend, and his friend got all excited. And I said, "Would you just rather go with your friend?" And then that was a stupid thing to say because he's like, "Why would you say that? Why? What did I do? Why did you think do you think I want?" And he kept asking me, "Do you think I want to go with my friend?" And I'm like, Milo, no, you're a kid, Milo. And then so I'm very much on the fence of whether I should attend this affair tonight. Milo will go. All this will be used. The tickets will be used. The parking pass will be used. The field will be used. And Milo, the kid he would go with, is a good kid. They would not cause any mischief.
No,
and he's a Patriot. Or is he a Patriot fan? He's not a Jet fan.
I wouldn't expect any mischief. Just the navigating of the, getting onto the field and all that.
Well,
stuff.
What I'm supposed to do is call Brian, and then Brian's supposed to meet me. So he could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then if they want to go into the booth, Milo can just go to the guy and say Scott said, "My dad's Fred Toucher, Scott said for me to come here." And then Scott would vouch for him. The guy's going to let him in, but the guy, if Scott's not doing a whole lot at that point, an hour before the game.
Yeah, he's probably eating, I had to guess.
Yeah, but for the booth visit, the halftime is better. If they
No. I've done it before the game. It's just, because I can tell you what's going on. Usually if there's a live pregame show from there, sometimes Gasper's on from that room. I've been there a million times before the game. The engineers are just screwing around, and they're not really doing anything. Sosi's getting things together, and Scott's in and out. Like, he's not really doing anything. Scott's kid's always in there.
I know, but I just had this conversation with Zoe yesterday, and I was there for every home game for years in the booth, and Zoe, because I thought tonight was the night when I was going to have to take people to the booth. It's not. I had the date wrong. Thank God. It's next month. I was off by like almost an entire month. But I said, you want me to bring him by beforehand or halftime? And he said, no, halftime. The pregame is just there's too much going on.
Well, he told me yesterday to come up to the booth before the game.
Well, he's sending mixed messages then, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Milo for A is gonna he might not even go, and then B, if he goes, I don't think he's gonna be like enamored with what the situation, considering he's been up there a million times.
Maybe he won't even go.
But that's interesting because an hour before the game, there ain't a lot going on up there. There's it's Dennis doesn't really have anything left to do right at that moment.
Well, Capello's got to get all his cards in the correct order.
Well, I've never seen Capello doing anything like an hour before the game.
He's always doing something.
Yeah,
no, he's in there.
Oh yeah.
He does. They seem loose.
He might be on Truth Social doing stuff, but it's stuff that needs to be done.
He's informing a nation of what is right and what is wrong. There is no higher calling than that.
Yeah, but that's not booth. That's just anywhere.
I know, but he can't be disturbed. That's my
point. No one's going to disturb Capello, but you can't just say don't walk the earth because, I mean, somewhere Capello's making things happen.
I'm sorry. That's how it works.
Well, no. I mean, he doesn't own the world. I mean,
just ask him.
I mean, they invented the phone partially so Capello could, keep an eye on things. And that means he can do it from anywhere, but he also has the bandwidth to deal with you while you're in there. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need it. Believe me, he knows what's going on anyway. He don't need no True Social to tell him. He's on the dark web. He's in the right message boards.
He might be.
Yes, very well put.
He's on the message boards you and I haven't heard about.
Right.
And if we have,
sorry, correct.
Or whenever I see him referenced in an article, I'm like, yeah, but probably better life if I don't start doing this. There's articles about there's this article. Pablo Torre did an episode. I didn't listen to the episode about this article in, I think, the Atlantic about gooning. And it's this, to keep it very short, what it is, it's an online community. I'm not going to get too into the whole thing. It's basically masturbating. There's like more to it and like what it's to, and there's like all these subgenres, and it wasn't that interesting to me, and it's also probably not appropriate for the air. But I will tell you this, is that the world has turned to a place where men are devising caves in their homes with like several televisions and like plush chairs so they can show off them playing with themselves.
Oh.
And it's this big community of people.
Okay.
And so you'll have a screen with like 20 other like subscreens on it of everyone yanking it, but like and discussing like what's going on and things of that nature. Like it's a real scene, this internet.
It's a community.
Yeah. And here's the thing about this though. I think if the internet wasn't around, this wouldn't exist. Like, porn always has existed.
Yes.
Prostitution's always existed. There's things that have always existed. Like fetish has always existed. Being gay has always existed. It has. You can go back as far as the written word. I mean, the Greek literature from 2,000 years ago. It's all gay.
Hell yeah.
So that's why they taught it at Bennington College. And so, so those are all things that are here. They're like just around. They would happen anyway.
But what specifically wouldn't be here?
I don't think you would show off a room in your house where you just solely to play with yourself.
Right.
Like, I don't think that you would bring, and specifically like bring other dudes over and be like, check it out. Big playpen of like to play with myself.
So you don't think you would go through the rigmarole of putting this thing together if there weren't an easy way to show it off to the masses?
Yes, and
Gotcha.
And what I'm saying is also like there would be, of course, believe me, in like the 80s in the meatpacking district that we talked about it, the places that Mapplethorpe would go to and the things that were going on in that documentary. I mean, real depraved stuff. But it was at one place. Like, and it was probably like, what do you say? Adam, what do you say? Like 400 people participating in that scene at that, like 500, 600 people?
That sounds about right.
But they would move to New York City to participate in that scene. Like it was like a whole, like it was like Moses walking through the desert. Like you went to New York because you were aware of the scene. You'd heard about it and you wanted to be in the scene.
Really into it. You're making a commitment. You're going to get a new driver's license. I mean, there's a lot to do it and to really go in on that.
Yeah, and now that it's just like there's just this hardcore niche depravity that you don't even you build a room in your house and you don't have to leave your house for it. It's very upsetting.
It's a very low level, lazy type of depravity.
People have always been depraved.
Yeah.
But you had to, go be depraved and find others like you.
Are you really depraved or do you just have the internet?
What I'm saying
There's
is
two different things.
Were you born depraved or has the internet made you depraved? I think is the kind of point I'm making.
Well, that's
like that place in the meatpacking district in New York City didn't make the people that way. They were that way and found that place. I'm not talking about them being gay either, obviously. I'm talking about like the crazy ass stuff that went on there. That 99% of it had nothing to do with being gay, but they all like found it and like went there and moved. They were kids meaning young adults from like all over the country, all over the world that moved, and they like were in the scene. So and then you go, okay, let them have their thing. But if you don't even have to leave the house. Then I think that you just come across something and you go,
that's a good idea.
Yeah. Instead of like having this like need to do it, right? Like this need that like you're completely unsatisfied. Like the only way that you can truly feel alive is to do this, which is ultimately harmless activity. But, and that's like, a few thousand people doing it. Then you got like 1 million people doing it. You're like, yeah.
Right on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not so good. Not so good.
Well, depends on what you define as good.
Oh, like what's going on? This male frustration that's growing in the young people and them not having sex.
Yes, normalizing that. Sure. It's good.
I never thought when I was 50 I'd be like, you know what? These young people need to start having sex.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Not my kids or anything, but like just. Like people in their 20s like need to start getting laid. Like you got to get out. You got to start getting laid, man. And I know you're listening and you probably are getting laid. I'm not saying everyone, but there's enough. It's a bit of a problem. But just, because what happens is you start only being able to get aroused by seeing images of others. So like even when you're put into a situation when you're with a real person, it's not what you fantasize about. You fantasize about seeing other people.
Sure.
And if you do that all the time, like constantly, like with a never-ending amount of material, it can cross up brainwaves, my friend. Don't worry about it. Don't think Daddy hasn't done a little bit of read this article and went a little deep. Listen to 2 podcasts. All right, I'm an expert. We'll be back in just a moment. The Celtics won a game. Spoiler alert.
More Toucher and Hardy on the way on the Sports Hub.
IBEW 103 has powered Greater Boston for 125 years on the job site, in our neighborhoods, and in our stadiums. IBEW 103 and Nika Contractors, proud partners of the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, and 98.5 The Sports Hub. Visit thepowerprofessionals.org to find a qualified electrical contractor for your project.
Hurry into the 99 restaurant this weekend for their double bonus card special this Friday through Sunday.
about?
Sure.
No idea what you're talking about.
Here's more of The Thing on the Sports Hub.
Did you catch a game last night?
Hey, this is Toucher and Hardy. What happened last night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lepresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Hardy, what happened last evening?
Celtics played a basketball game. It was a big one, as they were home to take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's see who had something going early on in this one.
Flip shot blocked by Cada.
Great recovery there by Cada.
Celtics defensive numbers continue to be elite with Cada on the floor. Derek White stop and start, blows by Aldama, switches to the right hand, scores off the window, and the Celtics have a double-digit first quarter lead.
Yeah, they had doubled up Memphis at that point, 20-10. Cada with the block, Derek White with the finger roll, adding to the lead. Luke Garza, as long as he doesn't have to run.
Simon, left-hand dribble, middle of the floor, kick to the corner. Garza lines up a three, got it.
Kaboom.
Just stand still.
Yeah.
Boom. Just stand still. Just plant yourself in the corner, get the ball, shoot it, no problem.
Luka Garza.
And you know what he does after wins? The Garza strip. He removes his clothes.
Oh, is that right?
Oh.
Yeah. You haven't seen that?
Garza strip.
You know, I'm a marketing guy.
It took me a second.
That would go over great.
Jaylen Brown playing last night?
Jaylen Brown in the paint, scoops it up and in.
Boom. Great sidestep there. He jumped right by that defender.
Running off misses. 11-2 is the Boston run. They push the lead back to 14, matching the largest lead. 2:53 to go in the first half. Starting five's been really good.
All right, there we go. Yeah, the Memphis did get it to 5 points at one point, but this game started to become a blowout. Thanks in large part to Peyton Pritchard.
To Pritchard for another three.
Well, you want to get well? You want to get them stats up?
This was a 5-point game midway through the second quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, not no more. That pushed the lead to 30, and let's get everybody involved here. Why not? My not.
Pritchard steps to his left. How about another three? This one.
Oh!
Offensive rebound. My not. Goes over G.G. Jackson and throws it down.
Why not?
114-81.
Jackson. Kin of G.G. Allen.
That's right.
Part of the murder junkies.
Very rare where they share a first initials but not a last name, but still related.
What was G.G. Allen's real name before he changed it? Do you know, Adam?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Jesus Christ Allen is what they gave him at birth.
Oh.
That's, weird family. New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's right.
Change that, too. Celtics go on to get a 131-95 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what their record is now, John?
7-8.
No.
Yes, I do.
Say it.
6-7.
Yeah.
That's funny when kids do that.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. Because I'm like, you're doing it and I'm not.
I don't know what it means. Peyton Pritchard hadn't been playing great.
No, he played like crappy socks.
But played well last night. What's different?
Kind of in a funk mentally. Just didn't play with the same juice, same energy, no pace. But honestly, it just went back to I got a haircut this morning.
We noticed on TV.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to go back to those things.
Yeah.
Haircut.
Get a haircut.
Yep.
Walk differently.
He was in a funk. He
is the funk.
Yeah, he was bringing the funk.
Yeah.
Don't fake the funk.
No, you can't. What about Jordan Walsh starting last night, Jonathan?
They have moved him into the starting lineup because of his defensive abilities. Josh Minot came off the bench last night.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Jordan Walsh has been on this team, not a lot of playing time for the years that he's been on it, and now he's moved into the starting lineup. That's got to be exciting for the young man.
Not a lot of playing time as a starter either. He was out there for 18 minutes, but
I'm saying he was I'm aware of when Jordan Walsh he's a unique-looking man, and I remember when he was drafted, and he was a DNP for the vast majority of his first few years, and now he is starting. I think that deserves a note. Don't you, Jonathan?
I do. I agree. It's significant that his defensive ability has progressed to the point where The coach is not afraid to play him.
But if I would have told you 2 years ago Jordan Walsh would be starting for this team,
Not a chance in hell.
You probably would not have thought.
Out of your effing mind.
Yeah, you would not have thought this good news.
No. How many people got hurt before they made that decision?
Okay, if I were to tell you there were 4 bench players who got as many or more minutes than a starter, are you still as impressed with him starting?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Hardy. He was like a borderline making the team guy, and now he's starting a game. It's a guy they drafted.
Can't you just feel nice about someone doing something positive, or do you got to be miserable all the
I'm not
time?
even sure what you're arguing about. It's not like anyone's arguing with you.
He's just arguing. He has no point to this. He's just arguing.
You hate Pritchard, and you hate Garza, and you're making really offensive geographical jokes at his expense.
Oh, yes. That's a big political statement.
You didn't even know who Minot was last week, and now you're walking around with a Jordan Walsh T-shirt, and I find it all.
I was just being. First of all,
I find it all quite poserish on your part. Big Jordan Walsh fan all of a sudden.
First of all, it's pronounced minute, and so I think you're the one who doesn't know.
Minot.
But I don't know what's got you going, but look, regardless, it is interesting to think about when Jordan Walsh was drafted. And
second round pick.
Second round. Was he drafted and then traded?
No.
He was in Maine for a while.
Yes.
Okay, so because it says he was drafted by Sacramento on his thing, but he was drafted by the
It
Celtics.
might have been. It might have been a draft.
Yeah.
night
so
deal,
he
but
was been here since the beginning of his NBA career.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so and
I remember when he was drafted.
He's got a unique look, and so you go, oh yeah, and I think he was good in college.
Yes.
At Arkansas.
But his calling card at Arkansas was defense.
Right. And so he would be on the bench, and he was like the guy that didn't play, like he never played.
Yep.
So it is interesting, and I'm being serious. And believe me, if I have to prove my bona fides, I can't. I'm no super Celtics fan.
Let's say that again.
But I bet you there's 2 good things about it. One's good in that it's if you're Jordan Walsh, this has got to be a big night for you. You're starting for the franchise that drafted you. You probably never thought that was going to happen. And 2,
Right.
If you told a Celtics fan 2 years ago that Jordan Walsh was going to be starting for your team, you probably would have gone, oh, no.
Yeah, there would have been multiple key players hurt if Jordan Walsh was starting for you 2 years ago. But he's gotten to the point now where the coach has confidence to put him out there, and we talked about it a couple of nights ago. At the end of the game, with the game on the line, he was guarding Tyrese Maxey, man on man. So that's something. Now, offensively, definitely a work in progress, but defensively, he can hold his own out there.
Yeah, well, don't take away from Fred's joyous celebration of Jordan Walsh. You should send him an edible arrangement or something, Fred. Don't let this day get away from you.
I don't know what he's allergic to. I don't want to send him something that he feels bad that he can't have it.
You know what? Hold the strawberries, just to be on the safe side.
Well, I mean, it could be anything. As long as it's not cantaloupe, because that seems to be the vast majority of the fruit used. Is a nice melon.
I think it's the cheapest. I'm not sure.
It's also the sturdiest.
Don't eat a piece of melon that's so soft you don't enjoy it. I won't. I know that.
Yeah, that's Paul Reiser's frustrations going to the market.
I liked him in Beverly Hills Cop.
I liked him in Mad About You because he was simply mad about his girlfriend until they got married, and then they got real.
Hijinks ensued.
Well, not so much hijinks as problems as the show moved on. They contemplated divorce several times.
Let's save Scott Boras and A.J. Brown for afterward, but we can take care of this one quickly because I don't know how much any of us will have to say about the big retirement yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Since we play the Jets tomorrow night, how about a 2-day contract?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What's the signing bonus?
Answer the phone.
Nothing's changed.
See, what's the signing bonus? Get it? He wants more money.
Yeah. What I would do is, if I was Aaron Glenn, I'd play that and I'd go, they're making a mockery of us coming into town. I really would. I'd look for any kind of inspiration whatsoever. I'd be like, this is a big joke. You're a 13-point dog. They're making fun of you. Everyone's going to be watching on TV. This is your chance to, humble them.
Well, do you think that is, and I'm not trying to argue, do you really think, Kraft was trying to take a shot?
No. No, I don't. I think he was saying that, hey, look, the Jets are in town. It just happened to be the Jets. Why don't you sign like a contract like they were joking around?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. He was doing that at all. But if I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm playing that and going, this is a mockery to them. This game is a mockery. It's a mockery to the NFL. Everyone's mocking you. They don't think you can do this. You've won 2 games in a row. We've made 2 just because we have Sauce Gardner. We don't have Quinn Williams. We can't win anymore. They're saying you're not good enough to win.
Turn it into bulletin board material, like Belichick with the parade route, which every single city and every single team does ahead of time. But Belichick found a way to make it insulting.
Yeah. I'm just looking for anything to make this game interesting, and so I'm even looking for motivational stuff. No, I don't think Kraft cares that the Jets are in town.
I think it will be interesting at least early. I think
yeah,
the Jets
when maybe
early.
The coin toss could be an interesting thing. Who wins? There's 50-50 shot at that. No, I don't think, John. I look, if you get Fields where he can let go of the ball out of his hand, and I do mean let go of the ball out of his hand, literally pass the football, you'll know right away. If he makes a couple completions, then at least you'll have a quarterback. But if he doesn't, then you're dealing with where there's a possibility he throws for negative yards. So I don't know what to tell you. That's it's so. I mean, baseline is him being able to throw a forward pass.
Okay,
start easy. Scott Boras had a lot to say yesterday. We'll get to that. And
Andrew, go ahead.
Oh, and Andrew.
Hey, Fred, just so you know, Jordan Walsh has started a game with the Celtics every season he's been with the team. So maybe we wait until he starts game 2 before we pop the champagne for him.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't make that mistake again. Now noted. Thank you.
A little bit of egg on Wallach's face, too. He's dancing around about Jordan Walsh starting last night, too. It's happened before, John, multiple times.
Yep, it's happened before. All right. Let's not look at the circumstances.
Yikes.
Though. Yeah, I know.
My bad. All right, so we'll be back in just a moment.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots play the Jets tonight at Gillette Stadium. We'll begin our coverage at 5:30 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Mark Bertrand and Chris Gasper and Patriots preview. Bob Sosi and Scott Zolak follow with the kickoff at 8:15. Ramondre Stevenson, Kayshon Boutte, Austin Hooper, and linebacker Christian Ellis have all been ruled out. Celtics led wire to wire. They blew out Memphis 131-95 at TD Garden. Celtics are 6-7 on the season. They're off until Sunday when they welcome the Clippers to TD Garden. And the Bruins play in Ottawa tonight against the Senators. Bruins have won 7 straight. Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers have the pregame at 6:30 and the face-off at 7 over on Country 102.5. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by IBEW 103 and Nika Electrical Contractors. IBEW 103 celebrating 125 years of powering Greater Boston. To find a qualified contractor for your next electrical, telecom, or security project today, visit thepowerprofessionals.org. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 7 o'clock.
Toucher and Hardy.
Such an fantastic explosion.
98.5, the Sports Hub.
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. Hardy, what else happened last evening?
Scott Boras with plenty to say yesterday as the, excuse me, the meetings are going on. Where are they, John, Las Vegas?
A Cosmopolitan.
Las Vegas. There you go. All right, so.
Eddie Trunk's down there.
Oh.
Well, he lives there, doesn't he?
Well, first of all, he's a resident of the world. Second of all, he is a passenger on Spaceship Earth. Right. and his caboose is rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, his part of the spaceship is section rock and roll, but he has a place in Vegas and he has a place in Jersey.
Okay. Well, I don't know that we're going to hear it. What's that Barty Fife sniff? Yeah.
He's got a place. Vegas. Jersey.
Scott Boras, around a microphone. Go figure. What do you have to say about the Red Sox?
I would certainly think that, like in Boston, we learned a lot about Bregman in 25, because in Boston, prior to 25, they had a lot of lineup do not holes. Certainly, prior to 25, Boston has been a kind of a club that's been has Duncan well below the playoff line.
Duncan?
He's having a lot of fun. He keeps going with this too. I've heard this. I don't understand the point of this. Like, people are listening to this and going, like, this guy's got a lot of good points.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God he's speaking.
Well, he is certainly doing everything he can for his client.
Boston was a real test. Bregman went in there with a lot of young players, and in a situation where they were finishing not close to playoff, but they were finishing in last in their division. And he went in there and created a culture. In that locker room, there is a sense of truth. There's a sense of real.
And his bat disappeared.
Let's wipe out those 7 weeks he missed.
Yeah.
And how well he hit at the end of the year.
Yeah, just
boy, did he light it up after the All-Star break.
I mean,
it was a culture, Fred. That's what they spent 40
does he think
on.
he was very good for the culture and he played very well for, like, I guess 3/4 of the season. You could maybe less, but you could say, like, what is the need of doing this? Who's he convincing?
He's convincing any other prospective team that this man will come to your team and create a culture for good, and that's why you should spend 6 years on $182 million on him.
So the MIT guys that won't listen to Hall of Famers while they're at batting practice all of a sudden are listening to what Scott Boras has to say. Okay, they're unaware of the statistics and what he did in the room. I guess he's probably saying this for Bregman's benefit. Like,
sure.
He's saying it so Bregman hears it. Like, I got your back, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, look at, I'm out here working.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's what he's doing. Because Bregman's fine. I mean, I don't think it's like the most major thing in the world if you don't bring him back. You can spend your money elsewhere. If you trade for Ryan, I mean, then I wouldn't worry about that at all. You got now you've got two incredible starters.
I would rather have Ryan as a number 2 starter and have Mayer play third than Bregman play third and them come back with the same pitching rotation they had at the end of last season.
Yes, I think that's very fair. Very fair.
But finally, with it's not just about his batting average of .216, by the way, from September 1st and beyond. It's about what he was doing for the rest of the clubhouse.
You can lose young players. They can run away. We have players in there from many, many cultures, many languages. And when you see a player that's able to unite with all of them, it is something that, how can you not say that is something that's extraordinary? And how can you not say that most don't have it? And how can you not say I should covet it?
Is he running for office?
He's a uniter.
You want to be the next president of the United States?
I mean, get the guy from the deepest regions of Africa.
Wow.
He can speak whatever they're speaking.
Better yet, just get him to lead the UN. That's where he's headed towards.
Yeah. He's a white man that can lead everyone.
Woo! Speaks 10 languages fluently.
That's right. Does he speak all those languages that you're talking
Well, that's
about?
what I was saying. It's like
He's so good he doesn't need to.
now it opens up lands that you've never even thought of developing talent
New
from.
trade routes.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So, exotic spices from around the world that you'd never dare dream taste.
Bregman, he did that.
Yeah.
Remember when he brought out frankincense for that player?
Let's talk about Eagles receiver A.J. Brown. So a few hours after a video that came out of him saying that it was an S show outside of his family life, he met the media in the locker room yesterday to apologize. No, not. I wouldn't say this was an apology.
If we're really focusing on winning and doing our job, like we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. At what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense that we're so great, you know? And that's what I'm getting at. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No.
Yeah, that's not what he's saying at all.
They're 7-2. It's not like, his absence from the offense has crippled this team.
I have no idea what his problem is.
They're 7-2. Yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly, there's no team in the NFC with a better record than them.
I don't know what his problem is. I don't know why he's being so difficult this season. It's like they can't do anything more for him. He won a Super Bowl. He's being paid a tremendous amount of money.
It's all about the statistics. The one thing that's changed from last year is he's not getting the ball. His receptions are way down. That's the difference. So it is all about the numbers. Otherwise, you wouldn't be bitching on a 7-2 team.
Yeah, like they scored. Yeah, they scored 10 points last game. Was that 10-7?
Yes,
right. And he figures if I was targeted more than 3 times, we probably score more than 10 points.
The 2 games before that, they scored 38 and 28 points.
Yeah, they
have games this year where they've scored 31, 33, and then, I mean, there have been some low-scoring games, but there have been games where they popped. I don't really know. I don't know what he wants.
This is like a sports talk show caller. Here are the 18 things that are wrong with the team, even though they have the best record in the NFC.
But it's frustrating, I'm sure, if you're Sirianni, if you're the ownership, and you're just like, I can't. There's like nothing's going to make him happy. Like there's nothing we can do. I told you I saw them play Tampa Bay. And they were, and they ended up winning that game, but it was close. And they, at the beginning of the second half, they were just like deliberately feeding him the ball with no success. They were just trying to get him the ball.
That was the 9-target 2-reception game. I remember
yes,
that.
it was completely obvious. Like while watching it, they were just forcing the ball to him, and it's just, what do you want me to do? You're covered. Man, what do you want me to do?
Well, finally, he was asked, look, you're on that Twitch stream, what can possibly go wrong when you're talking to some, random gamer or whatever you're doing on Twitch, and they're asking about stuff, and you say everything's an S show. Is he going to take that back?
Because after the game, I said all the right answers. I still made a story. In that moment where I'm just talking to my friend, having fun with my friend, I'm not apologizing for that. Like I said, because if you have eyes, you can see that. And so, it's not that I was throwing anybody on the bus. I'm literally trying to laugh through this, but I'm trying to make fun of the situation and to try to get through it. So, it is what it is.
Through what?
And whose friend are you talking to? How did they see it if it's your friend? Did your friend leak some Twitch stream?
What are you getting through exactly?
I don't know. I don't.
His exact words were, "If you have me in fantasy, get rid of me."
Well, the video,
you could pose as a joke, like if you have me in fan, because it's like stupid, but like going on Twitch, it's childish. It's childish. He went on Twitch so he could like cry and bitch about the team. He knew that it would get out. And he knew that people would talk about it.
You don't get to act shocked. I was talking to my fans. This wasn't for anyone. No, in today's day and age, everything you say in a public forum is fair game.
It's aggressively passive. It's passive aggressive. It's everything. It's it's childish. It's really childish.
I believe the friend is Janky Rondo, who has 65,000 Instagram followers, and he was playing Madden at the time with Mr. Brown.
Oh, and it was just between the two of them. No one else could see it. I see.
All right.
No, that's not what happened. It was on a Twitch stream, with another popular guy, so everyone was watching it. There you go. We're at 26,000 at Fred Toucher.
Hey,
I just checked it.
Today's the day. Is it on the right on the button? 26 or 26?
We're 3 over. We got a little
There you
cushion
go.
of 3.
There you
At
go.
Fred Toucher is exploding on Instagram. Just wait. Wait until tonight if I go to that game. Oh, the content I'll give you.
Correctamundo.
It will be like you're there. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Live free or buy.
Sure.
You're listening to Toucher.
Skeens was the unanimous winner in the National League. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the double bonus card special at the 99. Visit this Friday through Sunday, and for every $25 you purchase gift cards, you get 2 $5 bonus cards. You gotta love the nines. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 7:30.
You actually coaching the game, or it's just that is. I feel so strongly about that. I can't even tell you.
Boston Talk Sports here.
What do we got?
The Sports Hub.
And now, back to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube and get all that going. Hardy, big game tonight.
Oh, indeed. And this is a nice feeling to have a team that's playing this well, playing in the prime time. Everybody's looking forward to it. But it's been a minute, as the kids say, since we had this type of feeling. So I feel like a reminder and maybe a special countdown to help people get ready for it will be useful.
Countdown to kickoff. 13 hours to go. Snack check.
Make sure you got a good assortment.
Just like Mike Reese.
Salty and sweet.
Savory and succulent.
And don't forget the brews.
It ain't football without a
tall libation.
Cats Nation.
It's true. We are only 13 hours away from kickoff tonight at Gillette Stadium. I'm leaning towards going.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I'm leaning towards going.
It's a whole Instagram thing. That's what you need. That's what's putting you over the top.
Well, Danny Roach wants to see me, so maybe I'll check out Danny.
Yeah.
You know, Hardy said not to go into the box before, or into the broadcast booth before. So now I got to get in there.
Yeah.
Really throw my weight around. So
I'm sure your son will be very pleased that you're accompanying him.
I'm sure he would have been crushed if he went with his friend, but nonetheless, it's a whole thing. I got a parking pass. He could have parked right there. Boy's been driving for a year.
He would have no problem driving to Gillette and doing the traffic and all that stuff.
So when he first got his driver's license, he's like, I'm going to go to Fenway. And I'm like, we'll take the train. And he's like, no, I want to drive. And I'm like, dude, it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. And he's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, I've never driven to Fenway. And parked in a parking lot there. That's in the city. That's impossible. And he came back and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was easy. And I'm like, all right, well, you're better than me. I just said, you're better than me. It's not a tall bar to climb, but you did it. So, yeah, he would have no problem with that, to my knowledge. His car's not so great. You can rough that up. You know. Good attorney, put it on the other person. Maybe make some cash. Whiplash.
Let's do a little live free or buy, shall we?
Oh, well. Who's giving away crap in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Or who's trying to sell crap in your neighborhood? It's time for Live Free or Buy.
There are many, many places you can go for things to buy or sell, but these neighborhood apps like Nextdoor, they have not only items for sale, but things that are just being given away, some of them of very high value. So it'll be your job, gentlemen, to determine whether or not these things are for sale or if they're just being given away.
All right.
So,
Adam, did you bring your trombone?
I did not bring my trombone for this today.
I thought you were going to bring your trombone for this today.
I have something else planned.
No, I saw that,
okay.
but I don't know why you couldn't have done both. I like the trombone actually better in this setting.
Okay.
Because what happens is if it's free, and then this isn't Adam's bit, but if it's free, then he expresses himself through music.
That's right. He gets all happy.
Because that's him doing Miles Davis, but on trombone.
Or if it's something,
or is that John Coltrane? No, it's Miles Davis.
If there's something that's
no, that's Blue Train by Coltrane.
Yeah, it's Blue Train by Coltrane. Sorry.
Expensive, but he thinks it should be free. Then you. Oh no, that's still happy. All right, let's start with this. Gentlemen, thick plastic bags. Now, if you go on your Nextdoor app right now, you can get yourself some thick plastic bags, Newton Highlands, at least 20 recyclable plastic bags From Modern Milkman.
From what?
It's a milking company.
Modern Milkman.
They have milking tables.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so what happens is that there's a table you lay on it, and there's a hole by your pelvis, and then you are milked. By whom? Who knows? That's part of the excitement.
Yes.
And then they throw a huge plastic bag over you and throw you in the trash.
That's terrible.
Then the trash man finds you and you say, "Help me! I'm trash."
What was the table in the TV show Dave? What?
It was a milking table.
Oh, it was, but
Yeah.
it was used for...
It was a milking table. It was called a milking table and was used for that purpose. It's the whole bit was that he was watching this certain genre of film.
Okay.
And that it was called milking, and that she built him a table to put in the garage that was a milking table.
Okay.
So everything I just said is what it is. It's you lay on your stomach on a table. There's a hole by your pelvis. You don't know who's under the table, and you are milked.
I remembered it. I only saw it once, but I remembered it as being used where she was on the table, and he was...
Well, that might have been like the joke at the end, but I
Because
think
he had mentioned something in one of his rap songs, and she said, "How come you never do that to me?"
no. When the other comedian opens up the garage door, I think he's being milked, but that's what the milking table is.
Okay, all right. So heavy duty plastic bag, gentlemen.
Yeah.
from Modern Milkman.
Is this a police raid to find a serial killer? Like perfect for body parts.
Are these
chop them up, throw them away?
Are these for sale or are these free?
Well, either way, it's someone with a severe mental disorder if they're trying to sell or give away thick plastic bags.
Yeah.
This is even beyond Adam.
I say
this would be more of Adam trying to save the environment than anything else.
Yeah.
But once it's there, once it's manufactured, Adam, there's not much you can do with the big plastic bags. I mean, they're going to exist.
Might as well use them.
Yeah, but you use them. At some point, they're going to become refuse and end up at the bottom of the sea where they belong. All right. And it's in Newtonville?
Newton Highlands.
Yeah, that's not such a good part of town.
Wrong side of the tracks. in
That's
Newton.
exactly it.
It's the Newton North area, which we all know not as great.
It's the opposite of the Outsiders, where it's like you can you know the north side is the good side in the Outsiders, but the south side. You see the sunset from the north side. Yeah, you can see it real good. You see it from the south side too.
Part of that buttresses Waltham. All right, let me think. let me put on my thinking shoes.
That's not really important. But
Let me. You know what? Can I change shoes?
Yeah, go ahead. Put on your thinking shoes.
John, what do you think about these here bags?
Jesus. You know what? You're both wrong. They're free. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's.
Free was the answer.
Okay.
I think I got Jets fever tonight.
Set of 3 Christmas light cord wrap. Now, these aren't the Christmas lights.
Oh.
These are just the plastic things that you wrap the cords around.
Okay.
Now, these are for...
What happened to the lights is what I want to know.
Yeah.
These are for strands or other,
Probably
other
converted.
decor.
Probably converted. Did the opposite, John.
Yeah.
Jumped into the Jewish religion instead of John, who jumped out.
Now, they tell you on this app right here that they were purchased years ago at a super low price of $249 each. So now that
$249,000?
$2.49 each at the Container Store. Now, again, there are no lights. These are just the plastic things that you wrap the lights around. They've already told you that they're years old, and they spent a total of $7.50 on them. So, are they giving them away?
They're not giving them away because they put a price. And
Exactly.
it's not just the way you're selling it. It's because they managed to put a price on it. Now, the Container Store is for maniacs anyway. I've been in it once, and I went in with my son, and my son's like kind of a maniac, and he was like, before I got divorced, my ex-wife went into the Container Store, and I know something was afoot because all of a sudden sugar was in a container, all the different cereals were in containers, like the boxes were too dirty, like it was a whole thing. So it's worthless, but they're telling you they bought them for what they bought them for because they are selling them for $0.25 apiece.
I'll go 99 cents.
Okay, you know what? You're both right. They are for sale. $5. So,
oh my God!
For more?
No, they $7.50 for all 3 years ago. Now they're $5. There are 3 photos included in the post. Sell all 3 for $5 total, firm, cash only, exact change only.
Yeah.
So don't show up with a $10 bill and expect this person to
I want
Tuttle.
a 5. I want 5 ones.
You're gonna drive the 12 miles out to Tuttle, and you're gonna buy these things. Don't show up with a 20. Don't even show up with the 3 $2 bills. There's no change.
Right.
This exchange goes
$5.
one of 2 ways. One, they're like, leave the money on the like on the stoop. Back off, and they come up and like smell the money, then throw the things out. Or you ring the doorbell and they desperately want you to come inside. I might have some other things you might be interested in.
It's all an elaborate ruse for company.
Yeah. Well, sadly, one of my parents' friends in Tennessee is leaving his house, like he's moving, and he's got to downsize, and he collects baseball cards, and he's like, why don't you and your son come over and like see if you want to buy anything? And I'm like, oh boy. And I get there and it's all garbage, and it's like, oh boy. But then what happens? I end up walking out of there 2 hours later, giving him $500 for a George Brett, Cal Ripken signed photo of the two of them together. I could care less about it. A Satchel Paige card that's all beat up, and a signed Ted Williams picture, which I'm sure at a store around here I could get $25 for.
Yeah.
So it was basically, can you come hang out with me for 2 hours and give me money? Because I'm not leaving there with it, and I'll never get the stuff. Because he's like, I can't take it down because they're showing the house. Well, you got to have the George Brett, Carl Ripken thing or the whole place can fall apart. So I gave him the money, and I left. That was this summer. Like, and what am I going to do? Like, hey, guy with Alzheimer's, can you go give me my money back? Like, so I have a feeling that's a little bit of that situation going on there.
Well, there's a different situation going on in Greater Mattapan Square where a sexy Santa handmade OOAK clay Christmas ornament is being sold. Do you know what OOAK stands for?
It's a kind of assault rifle.
No, that is one of a kind.
Oh.
One of a kind, sexy Santa clay Christmas ornament. Now, what makes it sexy? Fred, I will show you the photo. It is Santa, and he's kind of got a midriff thing going on. He's got his belly sticking out. Well, he is perched atop a large boxed gift, and those are bows on either side. And I believe he's just kind of like primping up his hair on one side.
Who's to his side? The guy in the beard.
Oh,
there's a Santa's helper
Did you
involved?
not notice that?
I did not notice that.
How did you not notice that? To his side, John, there is a man with a beard in a halter top. What? His entire midriff exposed.
How did you miss
with
that?
one hand on his side, like going, I can express it verbally what he's doing. Huh?
Scruff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a white guy with a beard, rough trade. He's wearing a leather, like like a leather, like half shirt.
Yeah,
that's skin tight. His whole midriff is exposed, and he's wearing leather pants. That got past Hardy. He didn't see that, but he's a big fan of Christmas. You don't see the gay undertones, and I don't think he's sitting on a gift. I can't tell what he's sitting from here, but it's not a gift. He's got something under his arms. So what's under his arms?
This stuff?
The yellow with the black in it.
That's the bow on the gift.
Oh, so the guy has the rough trade gay guy has been given Santa Claus.
Yeah. I guess my eyes look at the world differently than yours, Fred. You immediately go over to the guy.
John, come look at this.
The little Mr. Slave.
John, come. Yeah, I can't imagine that occurred to me. Like, Santa Claus is usually with a guy in rough trade costume.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't see the guy. This is his bit, and he didn't see the guy.
I didn't see the guy.
That's the guy. Yeah, John, the guy standing right there that's the same size as Santa. Yeah, that's the one he didn't see.
As the original guy. How did you not?
Well,
see
first
that?
of all, I'd buy that in 10 seconds. That's fantastic. You know what I do? I give it to Adam,
and I would display it prominently.
and then he would get then he'd get a school teaching job and put it in.
So the answer is you charge $1 million for this. He's not selling. You're not giving that away.
Well, it is one of a kind.
I don't
it's
care.
one of, if it's one of a kind, I would actually buy that.
Well, how
I'm
much?
not going to Mattapan.
Okay,
but
how
buy
much?
it.
How much do you think it is before you commit?
Oh,
Again, this is a Christmas ornament.
$30.
I was going to say 25.
They want 20 for this.
You're okay. You got 20, 25, 30? Yeah. $70.
If I was at a store and that was on a shelf and it said $70, like I would never display it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And the whole funny thing is if I was in the store with Hardy and he was like, what? It's Santa. The thing is his midriff showing. That's why it's sexy.
That would have been the best thing. Give
And
it
then-
to Hardy
and
to
then you-
hang on the tree.
And
He
then
would
you
have been
give it-
oblivious.
Yeah, you give it to Hardy, and then he puts it on his tree. Yeah, no, and then like the neighbors come over and they're like, "Hey, Hardy, like, what's up with this redheaded guy? Huh? It's a red hat. It's Santa.
I didn't see that.
No, the rough trade gay guy that's next to Santa.
Did you notice the G-string too, coming up out of the leather pants?
No, because I'm far away from there, and I still saw the rough trade gay guy. That's the whole purpose of that thing. Hardy's whole thing was it's sexy Santa because his midriff is showing. Which, like, Santa's fat, so like he's riding up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the rough trade gay guy that's
I don't know if
perched next to him.
Because I don't know if that's included in the purchase, Fred.
No. That's just
That's separate.
That's another toy.
I'm trying to keep the game authentic.
Okay. How did you not see that?
I don't immediately seek out depravity like you do.
Oh. Well, I don't look at it as depravity.
The man is dressed as a slave.
To each his own.
He
man.
is dressed as a rough trade leather boy, and
What's with the chains?
Again, rough trade leather boy. Those could be used for offense or defense.
Finally, gentlemen,
Don't even act like you know the culture.
pellet stove.
Hello.
Pellet stove. Now it says right here scrap. So
Scat?
no
Pellets?
scrap.
They're selling pellets of scat.
Pellet stove for scrap only does not work. Now someone has posted multiple photos of this pellet stove. Now
What's a pellet stove?
Adam?
It's like a wood stove, but instead of burning actual logs, it burns composite wood in pellet form. It's supposed to be very efficient.
Okay.
Now scrap metal is
Where would you use
is
this?
valuable.
You could use it in your home.
Yeah.
Now, it would heat the room. It'd be like a dangerous space heater. Okay.
Is this for sale or is this free?
It's got to be free because they want you to come pick it up.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. They want you to come get it.
Live free or buy.
I'm going to go back and check out this
Ornament.
Christmas ornament a little
Yeah,
bit.
go back and look at how many rough trade guys you're missing in your life.
I got to come in. Can we go to break? I want to come in and see this.
Yeah, you do. It might be one of your friends. Yoo-hoo! Rough trade. Hello, guy from Machine. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Alex Barth will help us preview tonight's affair at Gillette Stadium.
More Toucher and Hardy next on the Sports Hub.
Another...
All right, here we go, third take.
All right, Alex Barth covers all things sports for 98.5thesportshub.com. Right now he's focusing on your New England Patriots, who take on the New York Jets this evening. Big double-digit spread on the game tonight. The Jets will be without Garrett Wilson. They'll be out without one of their rookie corners. The injuries, but the Patriots will be out without Keyshawn Boutte.
Ramondre Stevenson
will be out as well. Alex Barth, hello, sir.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Congratulations on the heavily favored primetime game.
First primetime game at Gillette Stadium since week 2 of 2023, that Dolphins game. So it has been a minute.
Yes. Will you be there this evening?
I will be there. I'll be there for the station. I'll have coverage on 98.5thesportshub.com.
What time will you get there this evening?
You know what? It's been so long since I had to go to the stadium, not from the station, because I usually do Sunday kickoff in the mornings, 8 to 10, and I go right down. Probably like 5:30.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Can you give Fred a ride?
Yeah, no. Fred needs.
I have a parking pass.
Fred would like to meet with you on the field. That's where he'll be.
Are you gonna be on the field before the game?
Yes.
I might try to get down there.
All right, Alex.
There you go.
Nice. This is like unlike the days where I used to have to wait for Tangway, his show to end, so I could get a street teamer to drive me home from the games.
Don't worry, Fred. I got you covered.
Yeah. Hey, you're drunk. Come on the air.
Still a great.
Help me fill the segment here.
Yeah, I mean, he really would. I'd be like sitting there drunk, like I need a ride, and
it's 1:30 in the morning. No one's listening.
Yeah, like it'd be like midnight. It'd be like, get on the air. You're drunk. See if we can't get you fired. All right, Alex. I'm
going to record this and use it for a lecture.
Yeah. What not to do? How to really Shanghai your buddy's plans?
Daddy's tired. He needs a rest.
All right. So, Alex, is there any concerns at all that you have for this game?
I mean, not beyond the usual. It's a Thursday night game. That's always a little weird, the short week, especially after the Patriots playing such a physical game last week. Odd stuff happens in these games. Beyond that, if it was Sunday at 1, I'd say not really, no.
Okay, so I've been kicking this around for a couple of days because this is the first time in a few weeks where there hasn't been at least a couple of voices saying, the Patriots could get popped here. The people said it about the Browns. Certainly said it last week against Tampa Bay. Like, they could lose this one.
Yeah.
Nobody says that about the Jets. So, in thinking about it more, Alex, I thought, well, if there's that one game every season where a team loses a game that they shouldn't, is this the one? And then I thought, well, maybe that was the Raiders game. Does that count? If you lose the first game of the season, can it count as the one game for the season that you shouldn't lose, but you lose anyway?
Kind of. I mean, that's another game that's always weird. Look at the last 2 years for the Patriots. They beat the Bengals last year, and then they lose to the Raiders this year, which is looking like another one of those weird outcomes, one of those out-of-place outcomes. So, I think you can count that. Some teams have more than one. It is usually that game, too, is a divisional game. We know even back in the day when the Patriots were rolling, they, trip up against a bad Miami team, or, there were a couple of years New York got them. It never really happened against Buffalo. But you look at what happened to the Bills last week down in Miami. Now, I think what helps the Patriots, that's often due to familiarity. And this is two coaching staffs that have never coached against each other, both in their first year. The Jets have turned over a ton of their roster, both in the last year and obviously in the last few weeks. So as far as divisional games go, this is probably as unfamiliar as you're going to get. Even Drake May has really never played against the Jets. He played in garbage time in the first game last year. And then the second game, that was the game he had to miss most of it with the concussion.
Yeah. So the problem for the Jets on offense is that they can't pass. And the New England defense doesn't let anyone run against them. So Breece Hall, Mason Taylor's okay, but Breece Hall is really their only offensive weapon, and they don't throw to him either for whatever reason. So, do you think Fields throws for 100 yards today? I'm not kidding.
The forward pass, sneaky big part of the modern game.
There's 2 games where he doesn't throw forward passes. Like he gets the yips, and he just won't throw. And you get sacked 6 or 7 times in a game. I've seen them. Do you think he'll have over 100 yards passing tonight? I'm not setting you up for anything. It's an honest question.
No, I know what you're saying. Look, I've brought up the stat this week that there was a game this year that the Jets as a team finished with negative 10 passing yards.
Yes.
So
and they would have against Cleveland finished with 5 or negative yards if it wasn't for the screen pass to Hall that he broke for a 50-yard touchdown.
So when the ball's kicked off tonight, they'll already have 10 more passing yards than they had in another game this year. You know, if the Patriots get up big, it goes into garbage time. Could he? Sure. I do think Mason Taylor might do a little more than people are expecting just because the Patriots have had trouble with tight ends. Now, a little more than people are expecting. I think he's averaging like 30, 40 yards a game. So does he get up into the 50s? Maybe. But I think the Jets are going to come out, try to run the ball with both of these guys. The Patriots' run defense is really good. Last week wasn't their best performance against Tampa.
Stop coughing.
Those were sneezes, and the proper thing to say is God bless you.
Oh, that's too close to slander. Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Alex.
I thought Tampa running backs last week, I was impressed that when the Patriots had the run hemmed in, they kind of found outlets to get out, and it wasn't necessarily breaking tackles, but just extending some of these runs. Hall's generally very good at that. So I think the Jets are going to, go strength on strength here and try to run the ball. But, does he get there maybe in the fourth quarter? I could see it. But I see where you're coming from. Like it is, like you said, it's a real question.
I'm going to just ask you because I don't know anything about him. Have you dove into who these Jets receivers are at all?
So Josh Reynolds has been in the league for a few years, kind of like a specific deep threat guy. He's only going to catch 1 or 2 passes a game. You hope it's a big one.
Is he playing? Is Josh Reynolds going to play? Yeah,
he's not on the injury report.
Okay, so he is going to play.
Their depth chart's kind of weird to look at.
No, Josh Reynolds is on IR. He's not going to play tonight.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, then you have Tyler Johnson. You have A.D. Mitchell, who they got at the trade deadline, who I like. I mean, I really liked him in the draft a couple years ago, so I wanted them to take with that second-round pick. But he just got there. So who knows where he's at. It's, Garrett Wilson's a tremendous player. He's not playing tonight. Beyond him, it's really just unknowns. And then I think Mitchell's a good player, but he's an unknown in that he hasn't been there that long.
Yeah, it's just I was if I'm on the field tonight and the Jets receivers come out, I won't be able to tell you who's who. I mean, unless Alan Lazard plays, I can tell you who he is.
Okay. Because
he's of his greatness, his Hall of Fame career.
Friend of Aaron Rodgers.
So what are you hoping for tonight, Alex? Basically just stay healthy, ride this thing out a little bit. You got a long week coming up. You get some time between games. Is injury your main concern tonight?
Injury's the main concern, and again, just don't let him hang around. Don't let it get weird. We saw the Patriots be on the other side of this game at times when they were struggling a couple years ago, which is, if it gets to be 10-0, 14-0, they just didn't have the offensive firepower to come back from that. So if you can get up early and force the Jets to play with one hand tied behind their back, then you just try to keep the clock running and get out healthy.
How do you think they attack the Jets defense? There's not a lot of talent at corner. They have some edge rushers, but I don't know how great they are. Is there any concerns you have when the Patriots are on offense?
So this one's a little more interesting because I think the matchup and just it being a Thursday night game does dictate running the ball a little more, but they're going to be without Ramondre Stevenson. They might be without Terrell Jennings. So that leaves you, if Jennings is out, with one healthy running back in Travion Henderson, a guy who's not at his best when he's used in a volume role. You're going to have 1 or 2 practice squad running backs probably in this game. How much do you lean on those guys?
What if they go for 100 yards apiece? That would be something.
Jonas Gray 2.0. That would be.
Hopefully they have a horrible agent, too.
Oh, yeah. Jonas Gray.
Do you just throw the ball based on your personnel because it's that kind of matchup against the Jets? I think they'll do a little bit of everything. I am interested to see how they use the run game, and it is another big spot for Travion Henderson and seeing what he can do in a volume role.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they want to go about this because there's no real reason to kill clock.
That's the thing. Travion Henderson, outside the tackles, great. Inside the tackles, in a bulk role, 14, 15, 16 carries, you would expose him, I would think, to greater injury because he's not built for that. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of play calls they make on first and second down and whether or not they expose this kid to the extra punishment. in the middle.
I just go deep every I chuck it like Tecmo Bowl. I just throw it downfield every play. Why not? Win 100-0. Just really embarrass everyone. Well, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
It does seem like a better recipe than trying to run between the tackles again. And like you said, if not all you're trying to do, but one of your primary concerns is to not screw anything up and get somebody hurt, that's a good way to get somebody hurt. Just, running into a brick wall play after play after play. So just air it out. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll mix it up a good amount, and it's a good chance too. They've talked about wanting to get the young guys more involved. Kyle Williams is probably going to played 38 snaps last week. I would think he's right around that again this week with Keyshawn Boutte out. So maybe he gets featured a little more. Maybe we finally get to see Efton Chisholm in this game. I do think they may take some opportunities to do that.
Yeah, so it's basically like a joint practice. I get it. All right, Alex Barth.
Talking about Efton Chisholm.
Maybe I'll see you tonight.
I'll try to get down there and see you.
All right, take it easy, Alex. Have fun at the game this evening. There you go. Not a whole lot to talk about.
Some practice squad running backs. That'll be fun.
Well, you never want to see anyone get hurt, but it is fun, like when they run out of people. Like in a game, like if no one's seriously hurt, but they just like run out of people, and then they started using people. Like
you said, "Oh, who's that?"
Yeah, and the guy's like super nervous. Yeah. Like he fumbles on the first play.
Dearness Johnson. All right.
Yeah. Who's the? I don't even know who would be the practice squad guys tonight.
God, the Jonas Gray thing. I think he showed up late for practice after that Colts game.
Yes, never saw him again.
Yeah,
that's right. That was the end of him.
He got put on the pay no mind list the next week.
But you remember his agent was a lunatic.
Yes,
like his agent was an absolute lunatic. Like he had hired a crazy person. And Jonas Gray went to Notre Dame. Like he wasn't a kid from like some D2 school. Like he was a real Notre Dame running back. Like you would think that you would have some kind of acumen to. Trust me, he could have gotten a normal agent. Like he could have gone to a sports agency and gotten an agent, like a credible agent. But he had this like maniac that was going crazy and like yelling at us and all this stuff. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember he had like 8 appearances after that game, like that week. Mm-hmm. He had like 1 million appearances. He was at the Capitol Grill in Chestnut Hill. He was all over the place. Because he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and they were like, take advantage of this. And he was out every night, like doing something for that. I'm sure the team was like, what the hell is going on?
Well, the Capitol Grill thing was a favor to Alperin. He had already agreed to that, so he just, was trying to make good on.
Yeah, it was a charity for Alperin to make money for Alperin. All right, so we'll be back in just a moment. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sports Hub head. app. Toucher and Hardy.
Individuals who seek acceptance, respite, and care.
98.5, the Sports Hub.
We are Toucher and Hardy.
I like booty.
Yeah. The New York Jets come to town, the first meeting of the year between the two teams. This was supposed to be it's interesting, and when we talked to Zach Rosenblatt, who covers the Jets for The Athletic yesterday, it was interesting because going into the season, I assumed that they'd be about the same this year. New coach, May was in his second year. You usually don't pop until your third. There's they're bereft of talent. In fact, the Jets seemed on paper to be more talented in some positions. But as you learn, it doesn't matter really how talented you are at certain positions if you don't have a quarterback. You need a quarterback, and Vrabel obviously has been huge for this team, and we even asked Rosenblatt, the Jets are 2-7 right now, and we're like, what do you think the record would be with Vrabel? Do you think it would be better? He said, absolutely. He thinks they would have 5 wins.
You remember they wanted Vrabel bad. You remember the Jets did. I mean, there was, if I remember correctly, right before Vrabel became the Patriots head coach, he went to New York to interview with the Jets, and a lot of people thought, he's using the Jets as leverage, or he's stepping out to see if he can get a better deal or something like that. Apparently, the Jets really wanted him badly.
I don't recall that, but I know that he went and interviewed with the Jets. I don't recall that they wanted him really badly. I know they interviewed him, but I didn't know that. If that's the case, they should have wanted him really badly. He's a very good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach, but I don't remember thinking that the Jets were taking any kind of a flyer on Aaron Glenn. I thought that was a good hire.
No, Glenn all along seemed to be the guy that was going to coach their team. I'm not saying they wouldn't have rather had Vrabel, and I certainly think Vrabel this year would be a better coach. There's no question. I think Vrabel's a great coach. And I never challenged them hiring Vrabel, ever. We talked about why why some things happened in Tennessee just to get knowledge on the guy, but I never thought it was a bad hire. I think Vrabel's a very good coach, with the possibility of being one of the best coaches, because winning coach of the year is bad omen sometimes. Sometimes you don't want that. The kid in Cleveland won coach of the year 2 times. You don't want that. You don't want that. And so it's just interesting, because Glenn, played obviously for the Jets and has the tutelage of Parcells and Sean Payton, and he's got the bona fides. He was the defensive coordinator for that good Lions team, who played well on defense even when they were completely decimated, or played better than they should have when they were decimated by injury. He's supposed to be a good leader, all these things, but he's never coached before, so it's obvious that he's made some mistakes. Nothing insane. The main thing is that the Jets fans that are this team should be losing so they can improve their draft stock are fools, because they need to win as many as they can to get this team and get some kind of foundation under Glenn. They're not going to, but if they won tonight, it would be so powerful for them, because it would reverse all the narrative. It would be a galvanizing thing to the young guys on this team, because this team's exceptionally young. They got to be the youngest team in the NFL, and if not, the second youngest team. And then that would be, in fact, I think their long snapper is the only guy that's been around. And I think that would galvanize the team, but it's not going to happen. So Glenn's responsibility is to keep these players that are coming back next year invested in the program by seeing some sort of results. Now, they've won the last 2 games. They were against horrible teams, but they did win them. And if they could come into New England and win in a double-digit upset, that would be like when New England beat Buffalo. Now, the Jets aren't going to make the playoffs, but for their purposes, it would be like when New England went into Buffalo and beat Buffalo. Now, it's a JV's version of that because, again, the Jets aren't in the same universe as New England and Buffalo. But nonetheless, it would be big for them.
But
Now,
it would be a narrative-changing win.
It would completely change the narrative on Glenn, and then it would lead itself to, oh my God, you have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years, and you've turned this. You looks like you're turning this team around, and it looks like you have young, undiscovered talent on this team. All this and that. But more likely they'll get blown out. Yes, Jonathan.
At the beginning of the season, and you were saying how the Jets and Patriots were similar. I remember we had a conversation about, for instance, did the Patriots have a wide receiver as good as Garrett Wilson?
No, they
at the beginning of the season.
They still don't.
They still don't. Okay, the Patriots were starting rookies at left tackle and left guard. And Garrett Bradbury, a center, who by all of the advanced metrics was one of the worst centers in the league from Minnesota. Minnesota couldn't get rid of him fast enough. And you didn't know who was going to be right tackle. You didn't know if Morgan Moses was going to last the season. So the Jets had more certainty on their offensive line than the Patriots did. Breece Hall is a better running back than any running back the Patriots have. I mean, if you just looked at it before the season started, you would say, okay, the Jets more than we really didn't know what Drake May was going to be. We knew he was going to be good. We didn't know he was going to be good this fast.
You saw Fields play for Pittsburgh, and he was competent.
You saw Fields play for Chicago. He was pretty good.
And so you thought, okay, Fields will at least be competent because he's a veteran.
Yeah.
And then so you say, all right, well, he's a veteran, and who knows what May is going to be.
It wasn't a crazy thing to say the Jets had a better offense than the Patriots before the season started.
Yeah, I mean...
Wasn't a crazy
They had
thing
Garrett
to say.
Wilson. They don't have anyone else. But yeah, they're very thin at receiver. They have Mason Taylor, who's a good rookie tight end. No, that's not insane to say.
No,
it was 2 bad offenses. But yes,
yeah, and because everything with Drake May, you were taking on faith. You were taking on the eyeball test that you gave him last season, saying he looks like a quarterback. Oh, why? Is he winning? No, he didn't win any games, and he threw picks, and he would sail it over receivers' heads, but he still looked like a quarterback.
But as Fred said when we started this conversation, this segment, quarterbacks don't mature this quickly. It just doesn't happen.
Well, there was a narrative in the offseason that why didn't they do more to surround May with people, because this is what you do to have a successful quarterback, and you're going to hamper his development, and you got a new offensive coordinator in, and he's not going to be able to figure it out, and McDaniels is too complicated, and he won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was completely driven negative towards Drake May or the situation Drake May was in coming into this. He has no talent. You have a old receiver coming off a knee injury. You have no one else. Failed receivers. McDaniels' offense is too hard to pick up.
Tempering expectations, I think, is what
we tempered expectations all offseason, and I think for good reason. I didn't know Drake May was going to turn into like the best quarterback in the world.
We didn't know who the pass rushers were going to be. I mean, no one thought Harold Landry would be this good early in the season, and he was. He was great early in the season. We didn't know that Christian Barmore missed most of last year. Milton Williams wasn't a full-time player for Philadelphia. I mean, there were a lot of question marks all over this roster.
The thing with their defense is you can throw against them. The thing about with their defense is that they're so good against the run. And I think that a lot of that's coaching. Is that they're just because remember they were missing tackles at the beginning and season and stuff.
Yes,
like it's just
Spillane especially. We I think it was Bert Dreher. Oh no, it was Andrew Callahan who came in, and after 2 weeks, Spillane had missed more tackles than he'd made.
Yeah, stopping the run is like about winning battles and finishing tackles, and I think a lot of that is motivation and coaching more than pass defense, obviously, which is much more strategic, and it just seems like the team is completely focused. And unfortunately, that's the only thing the Jets can do. Is run the football because the forward pass is not something that comes to Fields anymore. He's thrown 1 pick this year. It was in the last game. You go, that's amazing. He's thrown 1 interception. Oh, no. He's thrown no interceptions because he just panics and then hugs the ball to his chest because he doesn't want to fumble it either. You'll see tonight.
Okay.
Take a gander tonight. I don't know how much of him you've seen this year, but you'll see.
I haven't seen much.
Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Still no passing props on him.
Yeah, because they haven't announced a starter.
Yeah.
All right. He's starting, but we'll be back in just a moment.
good call. Celtics, meanwhile, led Wire.
Touches it out to a wide-open Peyton Pritchard, who's really gotten healthy tonight. Another 3 for Pritchard, his 5th of the night. He's got 22. The shoulder and decked Shireman.
That is Sean Grandy here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Pritchard scored 24 points in a 131-95 win at TD Garden. They're now off until Sunday when they welcome the Clippers to town. Bruins play in Ottawa tonight. Bruins have won 7 straight. Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers have the pregame at 6:30 and the face-off at 7 over on Country 102.5. And in baseball news, Detroit lefty Tarek Skubal made it back-to-back American League Cy Young Awards last night. He beat out the Red Sox Garrett Crochet, who finished second in the balloting. Pittsburgh ace Paul Skeens was the unanimous winner in the National League. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Dr. Matthew Lopresti and Leonard Hair Transplant Associates. The hair doctor of Hardy, Brian Scalabrine, and Dave Portnoy. Call 1-800-GET-HAIR for your free consultation. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 8:30.
Mays under center, Moff set on.
Drake May.
Throws down the Drake rolls forward, wrecking traffic. Off balance, throw to the end zone. Caught by the pass is going to be.
Drake May plays on one station in Boston.
Here's another Drake May moment. Drake May.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
My buddy.
With friends like these,
climb up a tree.
you know.
We're the best friends you can be, my buddy and me.
Now,
Me.
more of your best morning buddies, Toucher and Hardy, on the Sports Hub.
We interrupt this program for breaking news.
I can't use it.
Newsflash!
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy, and you can watch us on YouTube. You can go to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube and subscribe to that. Be a good pal. Do that. Hardy, it's been a while, but it is time for the news.
It is.
Do I need that story, Adam, that I sent to you, or do we have a story to lead into that?
What do you want to start with, Hardy?
Hardy, you tell me what you want to do.
You want to start with that one? Let's start with that one.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking you guys how you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, wait a second. Before we get to anything,
Yeah.
the real news is that we got a primetime football game tonight, and it's coming up. TikTok.
Countdown to kickoff. 12 hours to go. If you're headed to the game, watch out for traffic.
Evening rush hour plus an 8:15 kickoff.
Means Route 1 will be no fun.
Fill your tank
Empty your bladder.
and pack plenty of patience, Pats fans.
Great tip.
A lot of Nick this morning. A lot of Nick.
Not enough, if you ask me.
Nick got in early. Just said, let's blast these out. Nick produced them all. Wow. Wrote them and produced them. That's the thing, is if I leave my house at 5:15, will I be parked and at the stadium by 6:15?
Nick, use the traffic expert.
It's 25 miles. It might be 20 miles door to door.
No.
You think the game's at 8:15?
I know that.
You think at 5:45 there's gonna be that much traffic?
I do.
What are people doing before that game? Like, how many people tailgate in the parking lot?
Just driving from the direction you're going in that direction is a nightmare at that time.
South isn't as bad as north, though.
You got it completely opposite. Once you get below Route 9, it's so much worse. Between Needham and, I would say, all the way to the Braintree split.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
I would agree.
You know where the Braintree don't grow? Wallach's yard.
Because he's dumb?
Yep.
No Braintree, huh?
Yeah, maybe if they came up with a no Braintree. So you think that I won't get there in an hour?
You will not.
Wow. This sounds... Thank God they built Gillette where they did. Because imagine living in the Metro West and it taking an hour.
I don't know that you would get to my house in an hour, and I'm still 30 minutes from Gillette. And use that breakdown lane. Don't be afraid of the breakdown lane.
No, it's very important. That's cheat code right there.
I'm not going to use the breakdown lane.
You got to use the breakdown lane. It's open.
It's not illegal. You can use it.
Yeah, but it's for breakdowns.
No, it's not.
I'm afraid I'll have a breakdown if I go.
Okay.
I thought it was only for people having panic attacks.
Give yourself a little extra time.
The traffic is non-existent right now. It's green from here to.
Oh, well, then you know what? Then you're fine.
That's fine.
It's 8 in the morning. I'll reverse it. I'll see what it's like going the other way.
People aren't. No, never mind.
Yeah, it's bad going the other way. It's an hour going the other way.
Yeah.
See?
So then they go back. You're saying they go back in the evening.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
That's- people leave the city to go to the suburbs, you see.
But they would take 93 back to the suburbs, stupid.
Well, you could go either way. You
Can't take 95 into the city.
Yeah, you can. You take 95 up to the Mass Pike.
Yeah, then you got to take the Mass Pike into the city.
No kidding.
So I would just take 93 into the city.
Fred, you do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I love how you know best, even though you've never done it.
I've been the amount of driving I've done, I probably put 20,000 miles on that car the last 365 days.
Yeah, back and forth to Groton, not driving in rush hour, going into the city for a 9 a.m. start time.
Wait, a 9 a.m. to what?
9 to 5. All taken and no given.
I'm familiar with the afternoon traffic, and I don't only go to Groton, but I go to everywhere. I'm in Andover. I'm in Braintree. I'm in Brockton. I'm all over the place. Believe me. I wish I wasn't. I wish you were right. There were many years where I was unfamiliar with anything outside of the city in my area. That is not the case anymore.
Sunday at 1, you would have a better chance of getting there in an hour. If you're traveling at 5 p.m. on a weeknight, you do not have a chance to get there in an hour.
What if I left at 4:45?
Better chance, but still.
What time do you need to be there by?
Like 6:15.
Yeah, I'd leave at 4:45.
Oh, Jesus, why does it have to be there? It just is this huge stadium on this little road.
What time does Milo get out of school? What time does he get home?
I mean, I don't know. He can get home if he doesn't go to the trainer thing. He could get home. I guess like he could be home by 4.
All right, leave then.
I'm not leaving at 4. I'm not going to
some time at the Foxborough Public Library.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a hiking trail nearby.
How long were you at the library yesterday?
5 hours.
How was the lunch, by the way? You and Wallach.
Yeah, we had a nice time yesterday.
Very nice, delightful.
Yeah. But yes, we were on our way there, and I happened to spy a kind of whaling conservation area. I said, "Ooh, that looks interesting. I'll poke around in that."
I thought he was
lunch.
kidding. He sent me a
Went
picture.
on a nice hike.
He sent me.
What do you mean you discovered a whaling?
I don't know that area. I'm driving to the breakfast place that John and I met at, a diner there, and I literally did like the double take. So whaling conservation area. That looks like fun to explore.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
What was in there?
Oh, it's a nice hiking trails and a little pond.
How long did it make you? Did your brain take to convince yourself that these activities are enjoyable because they're free?
No, they're enjoy. I need that space to get out and outside and move around.
In Wayland.
And yes, and I was out there. There's a new space to explore.
What was in there?
Woods. Peaceful woods. Although it was a little too close to the main thoroughfare there, John. I didn't like the traffic noise because it's November. All the foliage is down off the trees, so the sound travels in. I didn't.
So it was
that.
an island in the middle of 95, is what you're saying?
Oh, more closer to the Pike, I think, right, John?
Yes, it's in between Route 30 and the Pike.
Oh, so it's when you're driving down the Pike, it's the trees that you see off to the side.
A little bit.
Yeah, you were wandering around there like a homeless person.
Wandering around the median.
Yeah. How many people taking leaks and dumps were in there? Adams like pulls over on the freeway and it's like, ooh, woods, and then like walks in and then there's like a corpse and then there's a flying J. Oh, this looks like a fun woods to explore. Yeah, but woods tend to be by the freeway. That's a lot of times tree on the they usually don't put a house butting up against the freeway. Like, hey, want to buy this? There's only traffic 24 hours a day. All right.
You had shared this story with us, Fred.
Wait, real quick. Monty has something to say. Monty, hello.
Hey, I just want to make sure I understand the story. So they went out to breakfast, but then they went to the area where there's like animals and stuff for John to eat breakfast, right?
Is that what happened, Adam? Is that you went to?
Yes, John was still feeling a little peckish, so we decided to look and see if there were some worms that he could pull out of the soil.
No suet on the menu.
He gets those talons out. No fish is safe. All right. What is the news story?
There is.
We don't have to start with this one. We can do the other one. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, let's
do the monkey one.
All right. We got 2 monkey stories.
All right. Let's do them.
Let's go to Silver Springs, Florida, Central Florida.
I'm very familiar with Central Florida.
All right.
Went to college in Central Florida.
You know this area well. These are your people.
Okay, here we go.
Dude, they're everywhere out here.
No, that's not the one.
All right. How about this one?
Welcome back. A visit to a spring in Ocala turned into a safari.
Oh, Ocala. My aunt moved there. She lived in a trailer in Ocala. Horse country.
Welcome back. A visit to a spring in Ocala turned into a safari for one woman who spotted some animals not native to the area.
That could have been Adam yesterday in Wayland. Did you bring your bird gazette where you could identify the different birds?
No, but I have that cool app that you can identify plants with. If I see an interesting plant, I can take a photo.
I hope you eat some potato seeds and end up like Christopher McCandless.
Rude.
I want you to starve to death outside of a dumb bus that you found to live in for free.
No, I'm not a dummy like him.
I heard that any mushroom you find is good. Eat the berries from the trees.
Not talking about snakes this time, right? We're talking about wild monkeys putting on a show of synchronized swimming.
Good.
Interesting.
It's a good sound.
Did you know about the monkeys in Central Florida?
No, I did not. I've never heard of the monkeys in Central Florida.
They're there because
Except one time Peter Tork was in town.
Very good. Some tour boat operator thought, make this tour better. Monkeys. Well, there are no monkeys here. Not yet. He threw a couple out there, and guess what happens? They make more monkeys.
Oh, so we got a male and female. Yeah, until the town's overrun by them. But there's a lot of experimenting going on in Florida. You just throw some things together, see what hatches.
Invasive species.
Yeah. There's a lot of just seeing what hatches.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because even kids that were from other areas ended up with pythons and stuff. It was an area that bred the need to have a weird animal.
If you're wondering what that is, flying like a sack of potatoes from a tree in Ocala, Florida,
this is like crazy.
We'll let Trenda Kitchen tell you between fits of laughter.
And it's raining monkeys.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if one landed on her smiling face and gouged her eyes out? It's raining monkeys. Ah! Is it? It's raining death. It's raining your blood.
We just need one male juvenile chimp in it with all those little tiny little monkeys. Just get me one crazed chimpanzee.
All it takes is
It's raining monkeys. Hee! And then faces of death. She's walking around just like a skeleton face. Ah! Those monkeys, they throw fits. If you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They're very capable of fits. In fact, people get monkeys and they think they're cute. They put a diaper on them and stuff. And then they'll go look, it's what a nice monkey. And then they'll throw a fit and rip their face off. That is it. That you can Google it.
And it's raining monkeys.
The kayaker says her peaceful ride through Silver Springs State Park was interrupted last week when a group of rhesus macaques began leaping from the surrounding trees into the water around her.
These are all monkeys jumping in. Here's one jumped in right here by me.
It was overwhelming excitement.
Kitchen told CBS News she hoped to see them.
She sounds overwhelmed and excited.
Yeah, she stopped her incessant giggling.
Do you know what this story needs? Do you remember the Denver story about the poop bags on the front porch where they kind of made it their own by adding some production elements to it?
Frustrated neighbors smelled an opportunity.
Yeah, and that whistling ass.
I think this would benefit from that.
Welcome back. A visit to a spring in Ocala turned into a safari for one woman who spotted some animals not native to the area.
And it's raining monkeys. These are all monkeys jumping in.
It was overwhelming excitement.
All right, so what's next?
All right, so this is not so fun. You think it's going to be fun. I think the person producing the story thought it was going to be fun. It takes a bit of a turn.
Dude, they're everywhere out here. There's freaking 10 of them.
Deputies in Mississippi rolled up to a scene they seemingly couldn't believe.
What kind of monkeys are these, Cornell?
They said rhesus.
What kind of monkeys are they, Cornell? He called the encyclopedia. He know all about monkey.
My uncle had a coati. That thing was meaner than a rattlesnake, but I ain't never seen a monkey before.
Yeah, my grandfather was married to a raccoon. But they couldn't make no babies with the human stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did he try? But then he found out in mail.
He doted on that coon. Yeah, they were in love.
We tried a bunch of stuff. The lady couldn't get himself a human. So what he would do is he would go to the animal kingdom looking for a lover.
He dated a possum for a while, but they were not compatible.
But then he found out it was gay because he couldn't tell it was a man until 12 years into the relationship. And then he had to have some thoughts. He hated that possum. Possum, you tricked me.
They tried to pray the gay away, but the possum wasn't allowed in the church.
Possum, you lied to me. I hope you're happy.
You lied to yourself. That's the greatest sin of all.
And I'm sitting here with no kids, and I'm lonely, and you're a man. Here I was, trying 5-6 times a day, all for nothing.
What kind of monkeys are these, Cornell?
They said Reese's.
Reese's? Like the peanut butter cup?
Yeah, they're all voting. They're all walking around voting,
exactly.
making decisions. They're all doing that.
An overturned truck crashed on October 28th. Officials say in total 21 monkeys were in the truck. 8 escaped. Body cam.
Yeah, and then 13 of them just crashed through the windshield and brutally died.
Again, escaped monkeys run around. They're trying to catch them. It's fun.
Yeah.
Body cam footage we obtained from the Jasper County Sheriff's Office details the unusual scene.
I've seen a lot. I ain't seen this.
The video shows deputies speaking with the driver of the overturned truck, trying to figure out what exactly they're dealing with. As the deputies try and figure out how to contain the escaped monkeys, you can see some of them running around.
I've seen at least 7 out.
Some of them still in the cage. Most of them, hell, one of them got out of the cage.
Suddenly, one monkey makes a run for it, narrowly avoiding an 18-wheeler. The driver of the truck eventually tells the officers they don't want to be running a search party for these monkeys all night, and the best way to handle this chaos is to shoot the monkeys.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. Yeah, you don't want to be up all night with a search party.
Whoa.
It's not their fault the truck full of monkeys broke open.
I know it's my truck, but why don't we just shoot them?
Hey.
Why don't we just kill all the monkeys?
Look, I know it would be fun, killing things. Now, can you hunt a human? The man says no. What did we evolve from according to them sacrilegious, non-biblical pricks? If they say we evolved from the monkey, let's start killing them. It's as close to human prey as we're ever going to get. Look at them.
They don't really shoot the monkeys. I mean, this story started out fun.
You got to shoot it. You have to shoot it. They can't get away. You have to shoot it.
After getting off the phone with his boss, he tells the deputies again they have to shoot the monkeys. After a few minutes discussion, the deputies grab their guns.
He's freaking going crazy in there. Them jokers are tough.
He may be in the cage. I don't know. Hit him?
Yeah, I hit him.
Wow. All right. That is quite a story.
Yeah,
good editing.
I would say.
It's fantastic editing.
Again, that could have benefited from some of that Denver news station production quality, I think.
Deputies in Mississippi rolled up to a scene they seemingly couldn't believe.
What kind of monkeys are these, Cornell?
They said Reese's.
Reese's? Like the peanut butter cup?
The driver of the truck eventually tells the officers they don't want to be running a search party for these monkeys all night, and the best way to handle this chaos is to shoot the monkeys.
You got to shoot it. You have to shoot it. They can't get away. You have to shoot it.
After getting off the phone with his boss, he tells the deputies grab their guns.
He's freaking going crazy in there. Them jokers are tough.
Wow. That is quite a scene. Crazy video.
I just like how the cops like the guy who owns the car, they're like, he's with 2 armed cops. And he's like, you got to kill the monkeys. He's like, I don't know. And he's like, I'll call my boss. And so the guy who's trucking is on the phone. He's like, yeah, my boss says to kill him. And the deputy's like, well,
you have to shoot it.
His boss, who I don't know and have never met and has no affiliation to the government or police, is saying to shoot these things. Hell yeah.
The best way to handle this chaos is to shoot the monkeys.
It's just like that whole area of the country. It's just that everything. First of all, there's a truck full of monkeys. Then
start there.
Isn't Reese's monkeys the ones that like spread disease and everything? I seem to recall. So anyway, they got this truck full of monkeys, and who knows what they're doing with them? They're like making meth. They've taught them how to make meth. You can't get away with that in the recipe.
Like a peanut butter cup.
They're holding. They got their keistered a bunch of Sudafed in them. And then so the truck full of monkeys needs to be there. Then if that crashes, of course, because the idiot driving the truck, then the cops show up and go, what's going on? Everyone's laughing, having a good time.
Dude, they're everywhere out here. They're freaking.
And then the guy who crashes the truck is like, oh, we got to kill him. And the cops
best way
are like,
to handle this chaos is to shoot the monkeys.
and then the cops are like, I'm not sure. And he goes, well, the guy whose truck it is goes, well, if you don't believe me, you'll believe my boss, the guy who put the monkeys in the truck. I mean, he is of such a position of power. You couldn't deny him that.
Right. He's the authority here.
Let me talk to those 2 police officers. Hello. Yeah, this Ken. I put them damn monkeys in the truck and they're diseased and crazed. Yeah, the worst case scenario is them getting loose. Kill them. Kill them now.
After a few minutes discussion, the deputies grabbed their guns.
I don't know. The guy said to kill them. I don't know. Kill them now. They're dangerous monkeys. Who are you? Alabama, #1. Go Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
That's right.
Roll Tide it is. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Yeah, hell yeah, Roll Tide. What you want me to do? Well, I love a win on Saturday. Oh, yeah, I love a win, too. Well, I want you to kill them. kill the monkeys? Yeah, kill them right. Enjoy yourself. Go around, kill them slow. Wound them and then torture them a bit.
Roll down.
All right. Well, you sound like you smart. You got a truck. That your truck? Yeah. Cool. I'll kill him. Big meeting of the minds. Never get arrested in Mississippi. Apparently, a lot of loose governmental rules going on down there. Kill him. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. This one has Doris Burke, how she would handle the situation. Not enough time to get into that. Thank you. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. on YouTube every morning by searching for Fantasy Football Today, and 3 times a week on Fantasy Football Today on the CBS Sports Network. Check local listings. Hi, Dave.
Good morning, Fred. Good morning, everybody. Are we coming off of a win this week, or did you lose again?
I lost. I did not. I had Garrett Wilson, who had no points. I had Aaron Rodgers, who obviously had no points. I did not do well, I got to tell you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your fault, basically.
Listen, I think I get paid to be blamed. So,
yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with it.
Okay.
If you want to blame me for your team's losses, I'm probably going to forget about this conversation.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you who my receivers are, and then we can get into a more open discussion on receivers.
Sure.
I have 4 on my roster. Would you like to hear their names?
Well, I'm not going to know who they are otherwise.
Calvin Austin, Demario Douglas.
Oh God.
Darius Slayton and Jacoby Myers are now who I have left at receiver.
Now I see why you lost.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do if you're Freddie T?
I think it's time to start planning for 2025. Listen, when Darius Slayton is the best wide receiver you've got on your fantasy team, it's big trouble. We can try going to the waiver wire and looking for guys like Michael Wilson, for Luther Burden, for Jaden Higgins. I actually was watching Higgins' film, and I thought of you, Fred. I was like, I wonder if he's going to be available in Fred's league by the time we get to Thursday. So those are names. Kyle Williams with the Patriots in time should be really good. Jalen Naylor with the Vikings. These are all deep wide receiver stashes, though. These are not guys that I would recommend as must-start plays, except in your case, because your wide receivers are so pathetic that you need to.
So who are these people that you like?
Start with Mac Hollins, because the Patriots seem to be using him a lot more.
There's no way he's available, but okay.
Okay, fine. Skip that. Michael Wilson is going to end up being the de facto number 1 wide receiver for Arizona this week.
Well, Mac Hollins is available.
Okay. What about Michael Wilson? I'm serious about these 2 as options.
Okay.
Especially for your sad team.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just telling you that is what it is, Brad.
Wilson. All right.
Do you want me to lie to you and say
he's on Arizona?
Yeah. Okay, so go get him.
Okay, I got him. All right, so I got them. I got those 2. There you go.
Okay, you have improved your team like 3-fold, and so now you've gone to total crap to sort of crap.
You told me to take Demario Douglas last week. All right,
I did. That did not work.
Is Wilson playing for Myers or Slayton? Myers.
I would put him in ahead of Myers, not Slayton.
Okay, very good.
Slayton is actually interesting now because Jameis Winston's the quarterback for the Giants, and Jameis loves to throw downfield. Like, he was second in the league in air yards per target last season in Cleveland. He's going to air it out, and Slayton, provided that he's healthy, is going to end up being the guy that probably sees the most downfield targets from JMO.
So Jacoby Myers is he's a non-factor.
No, you got to hang on to him. I don't mind him this week, but I kind of like Michael Wilson better. I kind of like Mac Hollins better.
Okay, well, there you go.
Just waiting for Myers to assimilate into that Jaguars offense. Tough matchup for Jacksonville this week against the Chargers, too.
If anyone had a question about receivers, those have been answered. You're welcome.
Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have any questions, Jonathan? What is your record in the league?
My record is 5-5.
How many points? What's the name of your team?
My name of my team is Rebuilds Take Time.
I have 50 more points than you, yet I lay at 11th while you are at 7th.
Yeah.
And by the way,
that's the sign of bad luck. By the way, that's not the sign of bad fantasy.
Look at that. My receivers are a little bit better. I have Jalen Waddle, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Nico Collins.
I don't know. I mean, we've got those 3, and then you've got Michael Wilson and Jacoby Myers.
Who do you have at running back, smartass?
My running backs are Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker.
I have Dowdle, Barkley, and Warren.
It's amazing you're not in front of me.
My title, I am in front of you with points, dickhead. McBride's my tight end. I have a team.
You do?
Yeah, I have a team.
You do.
David, will you please make him feel better? He has a team.
No, he does. He sounds like he's absolutely loaded.
Who's better at fantasy, the guy with the most wins or the guy with the most points?
The guy with the most points is the better fantasy manager than the guy with the most wins. There's no question about it. But I wonder if this is the setting for a trade to happen. Fred clearly has great running backs. Walt, you've got great wide receivers. You guys could help each other. This is where great trades are made in fantasy. When each manager is dealing from a position of strength, they're helping each other. We're supposed to help each other.
Do you want DeAndre Swift?
No, I do not want DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
Why don't you want DeAndre Swift?
Well, why wouldn't you want DeAndre Swift?
Is DeAndre Swift better?
Than Kenneth Walker.
He's better than Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne. He's better than both those guys.
So he's better than Kenneth Walker.
But isn't he kind of on a timeshare now in Chicago?
He is losing a little bit of reps, but it's really not that much different from the majority of the running back situations across the league. And when push comes to shove and the Bears are in a close game or they're playing from behind, it's Swift who's on the field. And he's the better running back than Monangai. So I'm not trying to say this just to pump up Fred's players. He's legitimately the better running back in Chicago.
So
what
receiver should he give up?
Two of your receivers for DeAndre Swift.
Wait, what receiver do you want me to trade for DeAndre Swift?
Two of them. You can pick your two favorite stud receivers and give them up for DeAndre.
I see. No, I don't think that's going to happen.
This is the question. Look at your team, Wallach.
Yeah.
Which receiver would you give for DeAndre Swift? You're helping your team by getting a good running back in return. Do you have a receiver that you could help Fred out with for DeAndre Swift?
Well, I do not want to trade. Do not want to trade Amon-Ra St. Brown and Nico Collins. So it would be Waddle. Waddle would be the one out of the three.
And I think that's an acceptable deal for Fred. It's up to you, Fred.
I'll take it. You want to do it?
Waddle for DeAndre Swift?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you make the trade and then I'll accept it?
All right. After we're done.
No. Do it now.
Do it right now, John.
I'm not gonna,
John, this is the excitement of the bit. People want to hear this go down.
This is how easy it should be to make trades.
All
this
right.
is it.
This could be my first trade.
You can make a trade anybody.
Hang on.
This is my first
and
trade.
Wallach tried to put it off as like what's wrong sometimes with fantasy. It's like, okay, I'll think about it. No. Are we going to do this or not?
Off. It's a whole
this
operation.
has nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
So
but I want to
doing?
see it happen. This is the first time it's been interesting. An actual trade taking place.
Yeah, I know.
Three trade partners. I got to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I'm so damn proud of both of you.
Yeah.
It's not easy to make a trade.
By the way, Dave, let me ask before Fred has a chance to, because I do think it's a good question we've been asking everybody all week. Do you think Justin Fields throws for 100 yards tonight?
I think he throws for 100 yards, but you're pushing it if you're asking 150.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know what? You're the first person to go over. Everyone else has said, no, there's just trouble throwing the ball downfield, and the Patriots defense seems to know that that's the case, and now they'll just try and run the ball and not be embarrassed tonight.
No, you're going to see a lot of man coverage, a lot of single high safeties from the Patriots to try and stack the box.
I did it, John.
All right, good. For some reason, I was unable
So you have to accept the trade.
All right, hang on a second. I will accept the trade. Just give me a second.
You think Wallach would be good at this?
No, I know I'm not. For whatever reason,
I just jammed right through.
When's the last time you made a trade, Wallach?
What's that?
When's the last time you made a trade?
It's been a while in this league. I have not made a trade.
Yeah, I really am so proud of both of you. We should do this once a year.
I proposed the trade.
Okay.
Now it's just a matter of
you propose trade and accept trade.
Kaboom!
There it is.
All right.
And now, Fred, don't you feel better about your team? Now you've got that stud receiver. And Wallach, don't you feel better about your team now that you've got a stud running back?
I have a better running back. Yes.
Now the league has to accept the trade.
Wait a minute. What?
Doesn't the league have to accept the trade?
Aren't you guys adults? Like, the trade's done.
I don't know. It didn't go through. I think the league has to accept it.
The league has to vote on the trade?
No. Like the commissioner.
Oh, if the commissioner
I have
just
a
has
pending
to make sure
transaction.
that there's no collusion.
I have a pending.
There's literally a public record of the trade being consummated.
Well, there's a pending transaction. It's up to the commissioner now.
What would the collusion be?
Well, that's what it's for.
Look, it's
that's
a
the whole reason why
$75 buy-in. When this kind of money's on the line, people get morals can go out the window. All right, Dave. Do you think tonight's the game? You say 150 yards for Fields. They've won with him throwing for less. Is there any even miracle that could happen that this will be a Jet victory?
I mean, it's possible that like Drake May gets locked in his hotel room and they can't get him.
So
out
you're saying
for the
that there's
game
not
or something like that. But even then, like the backup should be able to win this game for the Patriots. No, I think New England wins. I think they win handily. I was impressed with how the Jets' run defense played last week, but some of that had to do with Cleveland's offensive line just not being any good. I think the Patriots' offensive line is much better than that. They've come a long way, baby. It's good to see. And I think the Patriots' defense is just going to have such an edge on the Jets' offense, and turnovers late will be the key at least a 2-touchdown win for New England.
All right, there you go. They covered the spread. Dave Richard, you're a legend. You actually got me and John to do business. Mutually beneficial. At Dave Richard on socials. Every morning, Fantasy Football Today is on YouTube, plus 3 times a week on CBS Sports Network. Thank you, Dave.
Wall, you should go and trade for Monangai now just to lock up that backfield.
It's a smart move. I will do that.
On the whole thing. But you shouldn't have to give up that much for him. And Fred, maybe there's another trade you can make to make your receivers even better.
I've tried to make trades. No one will trade with me. Thank you, Dave.
Well, just trade with him.
Yeah, that's right. I just need you to facilitate them. Thank you, Dave. We
good.
appreciate it. There you go. Adam, hello.
Hello. Thank you guys for taking my call. This is my very first time calling, and I just want to say I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
But I have one of the craziest things that happened. So my fantasy commissioner decided to block a trade that didn't even went to commissioner approval and for the league to vote, because I was trying to trade Marvin Harrison Jr. for Bo Nix because I had Kyler Murray go down on the IR, so I'm without a quarterback. And he decided to block the trade, not tell anybody, and pretty much colluded the league and not even go bring it to a fantasy vote. And boy, did that stir the pot. And we should be adults here.
I got to tell you, that's good stuff.
Thanks for calling.
All right.
It's his first time he's ever called in. He loves us.
Yeah. And and it was good. I said good call. All right, Phyllis, hello.
Hi, Fred. I got bad news for you.
What? Who died?
No.
Oh,
Fred,
you're not a doctor. Okay,
I'm not the doctor, but I got to tell you, you're going to leave Newton at 3 p.m. to get to the stadium, and you're still going to sit in traffic.
Leave right after work.
My heart's breaking.
Well, I
Now,
can't.
Zoe,
I can't leave at 3. My son has
what time
school.
do you leave? Till what time?
I mean, I don't know. It's far away. I guess he could get to my house by like around 4.
Okay, leave. As soon as your kid gets there, make sure you're ready and get going.
Why?
I am not kidding you. Okay, call Zoe. Is Zoe working in Waltham today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he leaves at 2. Have Zoe call you, because he leaves at 2. He's heading to Foxborough. Zoe's going to sit in traffic. Have Zoe call you when he's on his way to Foxborough at 2, and he'll tell you how bad it is.
Do you live in Foxborough?
I do, Fred, and I don't go near anywhere near the area after 3 p.m.
Maybe I swing by your place after the game.
You could, and you know what? I hope you have the special pass to go in the special entrance. Do you?
Well,
that's up to you.
No, I don't. That's Mr. Kraft. I hope you have the special pass
for the special.
That's what you want to call it. You just have to consent, baby.
No. So, Mr. Hardy, tell him about North Street, because let's hope how he's getting in, because he doesn't want to be on Route 1.
Is this another metaphor? Is North Street?
I don't know.
No, North Street's we call it the swells entrance. The special people that have all the suites, they go in on a back road in Foxborough. They don't go down Route 1.
Yeah. That's true.
All right. Well,
That's
I don't
true.
know. I obviously don't know how to do that. So.
Okay,
I
so
guess I'm
someone
stuck.
has to get you. Call Gillette. You get this information, Mr. Toucher, because you will be losing your mind by 4:30. You'll be losing your mind. I'm just being an honest person. You're losing your mind today.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you. Well,
Hey.
Hey, Paul. All right, we have to break. We'll be back in just a moment. All right. We are youngsters. All right. Here is the deal. The Bruins have won 7 games in a row. They have been red hot. They've won 8 out of 9. It's been fun to watch. They look like they have a style of play that's effective. Zadorov is becoming a fan favorite. He said that Domi, who threw some punches at him, is a friend, and that it was a no-win situation. You didn't want to fight him if you were watching the second Toronto game the other night. And John came across something that will take away all your hope for this Bruins team. And what is that, Jonathan?
This is something by a guy by the name of Dom Lucian. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. He works for the NHL wing of The Athletic. And every week he posts the projected standings for the end of the season. And you would think that the Bruins, having won 7 in a row, they're tied for first. They have a record of 11-7. They would project to be a playoff team. Well, according to Dom, the Bruins are projected to win 37, lose 37, and have 7 overtime or shootout losses. At the moment, they are projected for 81 points, but the most important part is what the percentage is for them to make the playoffs. And according to this projection, the Bruins have a 16% chance to make the playoffs and a 5% chance of making it out of the first round should they get there.
Okay, I've always questioned why with these things sometimes, and not just why because like it's negative towards the Bruins, but like why go through this exercise? Is it because people played video games when they were younger where you could like simulate a season?
I think that's I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case,
because there's no way that it's advanced enough where it takes like I mean it's not human, so it doesn't take things into account that could affect the season.
You don't know what trades are going to be made. You don't know about injuries. You don't know if Fraser Minton is going to be good later in the season.
Everything stayed the same.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand, based on what they've done, that would equate to having a losing record for the rest of the season, which is what that says.
Yes.
Is that they'll have a losing record for the rest of the season.
37, 37, and 7 is what it has here.
Right, and they're 3 games over 500 now. So 4 games over 500 now, so they would have to have a losing record. So that very well may happen. I mean, they could lose their next 20 games for all I know. But it seems like this team has got something going on. I just am always interested. When you sent that in Slack, I clicked on it and was looking at it. And I was thinking I don't really want to know how they do it because it's going to just annoy me. It's going to be advanced statistics of advanced statistics, and great, but I don't enjoy that. I mean, I'm sure teams use it and stuff, but I don't understand the purpose of simulating the season because they'll obviously update that, and that's obviously different from before the season.
And it'll be different next week.
Yeah, so just every week you run a simulation, but it changes every week based on what happened the week before.
Percentages are very strange, too. Like Tampa Bay has the projected 5th best record in the NHL, but they have the highest chance of making the Stanley Cup. 12%.
Didn't they beat Tampa this year, the Bruins?
I think they did play them. I don't remember if they beat them or not.
Well, the Bruins have 4 more points than Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay has got 2 games in hand, so just say they're the same.
Yeah, Tampa is projected for 104 points, 48, 26, and 8, according to this. I don't know how they do it. It's very bizarre. There are 4 teams that have a higher percentage of making the playoffs, but Tampa has the higher percentage of winning the whole thing.
They lost to the Lightning. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it just seems like a strange exercise. Now I looked at it, so I guess it serves its purpose.
Yeah, I think have we had this guy on the air before? I'm looking at his picture. He looks familiar, like someone we may have talked to. But he says in terms of the way he accounts for things like trades and stuff, Fred, he lessens his games played projection through the first 20 games to only really account for injuries. But he did lessen up the GP because of trade possibility projection for a few of the teams that started strong. So instead of assuming 55 to 60 games, he's assuming 75-ish.
Okay.
So that means that teams that started strong that he thought would be bad are less likely of trading their players.
Sounds like it, yes.
Well, it sounds like a perfect science. I mean, a lot of that is
It's
what
an
he
art.
thinks.
No, it's an art.
So there's no statistic to project if a guy would get traded.
No.
It's based on feel. So then why go through if any one of the components in the equation that you're making is just your opinion, then that tilts the whole process
Exactly.
off. It's like the butterfly effect. That's why UZR annoys me in baseball. It's like that I understand advanced metrics. Like, I don't know if I understand them. I understand why they're used. But like UZR is just your opinion of where he should have gone.
The better example is Pro Football Focus.
Well, yeah, that's a joke.
That's the better example of, they come up with a number, but it's all based on opinion.
Right.
And you have no idea what the play call was, what the responsibility
and by the way,
is.
at the trade deadline, look at where the guys who got traded for like numerous first-round picks were ranked. Like by Pro Football Focus or the statistics of them are Pro Football Focus. I have a feeling, except for Jerry Jones, but I would go with a front office of an NFL team putting a value of a guy over Pro Football Focus. So something tells me something's off. At worst case scenario or best case scenario, meet in the middle. Like Pro Football Focus has got guys rated all over the place, like crazy ass.
And you know what? It works. You watch Monday Night Football. They have that little thing at the bottom, ranked second out of 77 offensive linemen by Pro Football Focus.
Yeah,
or is it Sunday night? Whatever they use it.
It's Sunday night, and there's probably some guy on the bench that's has a better Pro Football Focus rating. All right. Well, I just thought it was interesting that we sent it because it was such a buzz. Not that you sent it, but that the guy did it.
Yeah.
It just I don't really understand the purpose of it, but I looked at it, so there you go.
Some of the stuff, too, that I don't like, someone asked him why he has the Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs, ranked like in the middle of the pack, finishing at 40 and 34 when they're at 500 right now. And he said, track record mostly, although they are the team whose rating has dropped the most this season.
Well, I mean, the Bruins have beat them twice, and I think they only play them one more time. So they got the series, so who knows?
I'm not
going to get mad about it. I just don't understand. I don't understand why. I just don't understand why it's done. And I know it's to create this conversation, but I got news for you. We're not going to have this conversation again. So you got one thing, but you continue to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Phil Perry's going to join us in just a moment.
You're listening to Touch Your End.
Our ability to ask and have an understanding of the question is the answer.
It's that pursuit of knowledge that makes us all feel alive.
Bingo.
Wow.
I think I'm out.
appreciate that.
Georgetown in full effect right there.
What?
I think I'm out on the game tonight.
What?
What?
The big game
Just like
tonight?
that? What just happened?
So last night I didn't feel well, and I said to Milo, I'm like, hey, like I don't feel great. Like you can go to the game. Like if I don't go, and you can just ask for Brian Schneekloth, the guy that's who's get you on the field. And he's like, okay. And then, like, immediately he was texting with his friend.
And his friend said, yeah, I can't wait to go. I'm excited, all that stuff. And you don't want to disappoint the other guy.
And then I'm like, and he's like, you don't think I'd rather go with him than you? You don't think you'd rather go with him? And I'm like, no, Mal, I know, Mal. Like, I don't think that. And then, like, about 5 minutes ago, he texted, how do you feel? And I'm like,
oh boy.
And I'm like, okay. Like, I get it. Like, look, if I said, like, why don't I go? I don't think he'd be like, Jesus, this sucks. But I do think his friend probably got pretty excited about the whole thing.
The field visit, especially.
And then, like Milo wants to take his friend around, and like conceivably they could get into the broadcast booth and everything. And so that's a big deal, This and he gets to floss in front of his friend a little bit, I suppose. And so I just kind of like fell on I was sort of looking forward to going, but sort of didn't want to go. So like I was on the fence with that. So I just fell on the sword, and I was like, dude, like just have George take the ticket.
Do you think there's at any point tonight Schneekloth takes Milo aside and says, you can call me Dad just for the night?
No, because that happens at his mom's house all the time. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, Fred, for those who are going to man up and actually go to the game,
it's very unmanly of me what I just did.
We have this service.
Countdown to kickoff. 11 hours to go. Gear check. Is your jersey ready?
Did you remember to do the laundry after Sunday's game? Whoa! Gotcha! Don't be washing nothing in the middle of a winning streak, you stupid
True. Different uniform check tonight. They unveiled the new uniforms this evening.
The Nor'easters.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, I was buying like someone a uniform for a holiday online, and it's just ridiculous. They're like this off gray. It was like a Lions thing, and it was like, this off gray. My friend's in the Thanksgiving Day parade. It's pretty funny. So I'm getting his kids something. So the amount of Lions jerseys that are just slightly off.
Yeah.
Like just a tiny difference.
Yeah.
I know these tonight are like different.
Oh, they're icy blue, I believe. Right, Phil? Icy blue? Is that what we're calling those?
But
Sounds
I mean,
right.
I don't think anyone's under the impression that these are for any other reason except to sell this jersey in the store, which is fine. But I do get a little offended when they like make announcements that they're doing it like, wow, a new thing for you to sell me. It's, like, get over yourself a little bit. Why not a little generic juice? Like, streetwear doesn't become popular necessarily just because it's thrown in your face. Like, someone notices it, and then someone notices it on someone else, and that's how something like Supreme goes crazy. You don't just shove it on people. All right. So here we are, Phil.
I like them.
I think they're horrible, and I think they'll never wear them again because of the way they're going to get their butts kicked tonight.
Whoa!
By my team. My team's the New York Jets, and I can't wait till they go in and teach you boys a lesson.
Patriots tried a lot of uniforms. So after we get taught a lesson, they
won't
wear those uniforms ever again if they lose to the Jets.
Do you think that's true that they would never wear them again?
If they lose, very superstitious punch. Professional teams.
Well, they
and
probably
athletes.
knocked out tens of thousands of these things to put on the show.
Every time anybody would look at that uniform, they'd be reminded of an upset loss to the Jets.
So there's going to be
Jets.
a picture of kids in Africa like rocking these jerseys.
That's
like the whole
correct. That's
school of
exactly right.
Kids in these jerseys.
Although they do
North
still
Newton.
they wear the red ones, and the red ones are associated with.
I know the red ones.
Nothing but losing.
Abject
it feels like.
failure. That's true. But enough time has gone by to bring them back.
That's true.
I mean, we waited, 25, 30 years to bring them back? Yeah. The red and white uniforms were, Zeke Mowat and Sam Jankovic and,
Well, I got news for you. The helmet with the dude snapping the ball is not good helmet. It's not a good helmet.
Patriot?
I thought that as a kid. I was like, this is a cartoon. It was the same thing with the Buccaneers. Buccaneers! I'm a swashbuckler. Look at me. What are you wearing? Orange? How? That's bold.
Yo ho!
I mean, those uniforms. It's like Tampa Bay. Hello. Who's the hunk on the helmet?
Phil,
Crash into me.
Let me give you a chance to give an answer. No one's been able to really give an answer yet. Why do I feel badly about this game other than everyone thinks the Patriots are going to win for the first time since going back to maybe Carolina? I can't think of anyone detracting and saying, oh, they could get popped by the Panthers here. Every other game.
But even Carolina came in after shutting out Atlanta.
Yeah,
so that, But
Atlanta, the Tampa Bay, the Browns, you sat here and said, maybe the Browns are the team that they shouldn't lose to, but they end up losing to. No one's saying that about this game, and that alone worries me.
Well, it's just because of the spot, I think, is why you're worried. It's Thursday night. It's a short week. It's been a long stretch of games where they haven't had a break. This will be their 11th consecutive game. No bye. Bye still a couple weeks off. So I think that's probably the source of your unease when you're thinking about this game. It's really not about the matchup, although there are a few things that the Jets can do, I think, to make this a little bit closer than people expect. Their run game has been very good at times. Now the Patriots' run defense has been good, but it's a little bit of a unique run game with a quarterback who can run and is a powerful runner, and Breece Hall's having a good season. Pressure-wise, can they pressure Drake May to the point where it becomes a little closer than people expect? Will McDonald had 4 sacks last week, Fred. 4 sacks and 9 pressures. Jermaine Johnson had 9 pressures on the other side. So they can get after quarterbacks. So if they can do those two things, if they can run it and get after Drake May and maybe you mix in a big return or two, now you're talking about a 1-score game.
Yeah, and you're giving like a perfect scenario about you get a couple huge kick returns, which happens in every game, and then maybe it gets within 1 score.
They are a very good kick returning team. It was not just last week. It's over the course of this season. They've been pretty
Xavier
good.
Gibson decides to fumble when all the momentum is at your back, and decides to fumble away a game.
Well, don't take away from what they've been working on the most in practice. Special teams.
This is their 3rd kick returner, by the way. This is the 3rd guy that they've had back there. I know they put 2 back, but this is like the 3rd main kick returner because the other guys just said take it.
Is there anything from a Patriots execution point that could trip them up tonight? I mean, we haven't seen it much from Drake May other than the horrific interception that he threw on Sunday. Is there anything else that like, oh, you got to make sure you don't try that too often because that could trip you up with any team, even the Jets?
Well, I do wonder if the Jets will try to do some of the things that the Bucs did that gave the Patriots some trouble offensively. What the Bucs did a lot of times was I shouldn't say a lot, it wasn't like it was 50% of the snaps, but it gave Drake May and this Patriots offense a little bit of a hard time when they actually dropped a bunch of people in coverage. So when they dropped 8 and rushed only 3, those were some of the Patriots' least successful, easy for me to say, offensive snaps. So you would think it's a little counterintuitive. He's still a young quarterback. You want to try to send the house at him. You want to try to speed him up, heat him up, make him make mistakes. He's been prone to making mistakes in the past. This year, he's been among the best quarterbacks in football against the blitz, to the point where Todd Bowles, who is as blitz happy as they come as a defensive coach, basically stopped blitzing after halftime, because Drake May against Tampa Bay was dynamite against the blitz yet again. So if they can do that thing that the Bucs did, which was a lot of times they spied Drake May with Levante David, spy him, drop a bunch of people into coverage, just flood those passing lanes that you've been so successful at hitting over the course of this season, maybe that gives the Patriots a little bit of trouble. Maybe there's a little bit of a quote-unquote blueprint out there, Hardy, to slow down the Patriots offense.
It seems like Drake May would be able to recognize that and say, okay, even though I'm not under a tremendous amount of pressure here, I've got 8 guys drop back into coverage. I can just go pick up 8 yards on my own right here. Is it because he doesn't feel the urgency to do it, or some of those guys who are drop back aren't deep enough to where he sees those openings?
I think it's that second thing. There might not be openings there to run because you have people that are dropping, and they're not dropping so deep where they're
linebacker level.
They're out of range of tackling you if you do decide to go and take off. And again, they might have a spy. If they have a linebacker who's about as fast as Drake May, Levante David, even though he's getting up there in age for the Bucs, still a very good athlete. And so I think he, almost on his own, was able to prevent Drake May scrambles on those types of plays last week.
The Jets linebackers are extraordinarily fast. They're unfortunately bad tacklers. But Quinn Williams' brother, is super fast. He was benched, but he played really well last Sunday. A lot of these guys on defense reacted well to in that game to the trades. They didn't act happy about the trades when they happened, but it did seem against Cleveland defensively. I did not say as a team. Defensively on the special teams, they had a spark. They definitely did. Like Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald played well, and that's better than they usually play. They're very slight. They rely on quickness. Jermaine Johnson bigger than Williams. So, but the problem is the secondary is all kids. The linebackers are very fast, so they should, in theory, be able to contain May on the outside. But they have been vulnerable to Nicks. It can give you an example of Nicks, like dropping back, seeing a huge opening in the middle, and taking advantage. But like May escaping pressure and like getting out to a sideline and taking off, in my opinion, doesn't seem as likely. Now watch, you'll see. I've seen it on film. It happened 100 times against the Jets defense. But I don't know. They're quick at linebacker.
He does like to scramble up the middle, and so if he sees a lot of space in the middle of the field and there's just this massive opening at the line of scrimmage, could I see him taking off and trying to make a move on one linebacker, even if he's a really athletic guy, and trying to make one guy miss and creating a big play that way? Yeah, I think he might be able to do it. I just wonder if, the longer these guys play and the deeper in terms of the resumes that Drake May and the rest of this offense is putting up, I think defenses are going to start to try to find some answers to slow them down. And it might be this dropping into coverage thing. I did pull up the numbers here. These are from Nate Tice from Yahoo Sports. The Bucs dropped 8 into coverage 7 different times, so not a ton, but more than typical against New England. May went 3 for 7 for 26 yards and only had one successful, quote-unquote, successful play against those looks. So that should be something they try. They play a lot of man coverage, the Jets do, so that to me
too much
would be, and that could be dangerous against a mobile quarterback like May. If the play gets extended and your backs are turned to a fast quarterback, that can create some big plays. But if you have this spy situation going on and you drop enough guys into coverage, you can have multiple players with their eyes on the quarterback in those situations.
Yeah, they play a lot of man. They rely on a lot of blitzing. It's a lot. They're very vulnerable against a good team. All right, Phil Perry is here. We will continue. I'm no longer going to the game. The tickets have been transferred.
Wow.
Cats in the cradle.
Now you don't have to worry about the drive down.
No, I don't. I'm not heartbroken about it. I can tell you that. All right, we will be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy.
That's enough of that. All right. Phil Perry is in studio from NBC Sports Boston. Let's talk a little bit about the injury report. Okay, so we know that Christian Ellis is out, Keyshawn Booty's out, Hooper's out, Stevenson's out. So Stevenson and Booty, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's important because, again, if this is the kind of game where it can only be ruined because you've been pressured to the point of making devastating mistakes, not having Ramondre Stevenson, who's still your best pass protecting running back, or Keyshawn Booty, who is one of your most trusted pass catchers, which is something I never thought I would say about that guy. To not have both, to me, in a game where pressure could ruin the day, is important. Now, the way they've been going and the streak they're on, Matt Collins is probably set up for another 100-plus yard day receiving, and TreVeyon Henderson will make a couple of big plays, and it won't matter. That's just the way it's been going for them. It just feels like it's their year in that sense. But, again, if we're looking for ways in which this game could be a little tighter, that's one of them. That answer that he trusts on the outside when they get one-on-one coverage, because the Jets love playing man-to-man and they love trying to generate pressure. If that guy's not there, then what does it look like? Who's the next guy up?
Okay, so this always interests me, and I was watching a game with friends, the Patriots game with friends, and it interests them too, so I'm going to go for it. If they lose Henderson, if they lose him, what happens from there? If Terrell Jennings can't play and Henderson goes down, what do they do from there? Like, what starts going on?
5 wideouts.
Yeah, because that's when it gets fun. And you're out
they're
of
going
running
empty,
backs.
0 set. That's what they're going.
No, I'm serious. Like, who fills in at that point? Do they go with the defensive lineman? What do they do?
So I am expecting Terrell Jennings to be in uniform. So
Okay,
he would be next.
Okay.
And then you'd go. My guess is it'll be Dearness Johnson again, who was active and took a few carries last week in Tampa Bay. So my guess is he would be the next guy up. And then if you need anybody after that, then you're right. What do you do at that point? Is it, Jack Westover's been playing a lot of fullback for you. I don't think you're handing it off to him. They should be trying to hand it off to Kairos Tonga, because that guy's a lot of fun to watch offensively.
When's he get his touchdown? Do they start going nuts tonight if it's out of hand? And give him the ball?
I tried to needle him into telling me when he's actually going to touch the ball, because you feel like that's got to be the next thing coming, right? You get the big guy the football when he's been playing a little bit offensively.
Reverse the 85 curse is what I've been saying. The fridge handed it to you. Now you got the fridge.
Yeah.
The old fridge plunge. Yeah.
Now you got
from Kairos Tonga.
They screwed over Peyton. They didn't let him give his touchdown in the Super Bowl.
That's
they
right.
had to give it to the fridge. That's why Mike Ditka lost the team. Go ahead.
It is that is kind of every time I hear that story, I do think and say to
It's
myself,
really
it's kind of a crappy thing to do to the guy.
It's really splitting hairs though, because who would have thought wow, what Walter Payton didn't have a touchdown in the Super Bowl? That's anything diminishing,
right?
I've never had a conversation with anyone. Yeah, he was great, but did he score a touchdown in the Super Bowl?
True.
Jerry Rice, he was on all those Super Bowl teams. He's a great receiver, but I don't think he ever scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. That's not something that you talk about.
But it was they were just screwing around.
No,
at
I know
that
they
point.
were screwing around.
Such a beatdown.
That game was. There's been bigger blowouts, but has there ever been a game where you knew beforehand, tonight maybe, but a Super Bowl where I know there's huge blowouts in the AFC sucked for a long time. But that especially, that Patriots, who had ever seen that Patriots team outside of Boston?
No one.
It was Jesus Christ, how did the Patriots get in this thing?
Tony Easton leads the team to the Super Bowl. That was not on anyone's dance card.
That was definitely a Globetrotter-esque Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, and they were
up 3-0. They were ahead.
I do recall.
They were up 3-0. Here's an answer to your running back question, and the Patriots have run into this before. Remember Cordero Patterson? He was a guy who was only a wide receiver and I believe a kick returner. Patriots ran out of running backs. He got, 15 carries in one game and did very well for himself. Bill Belichick plugging guys in. Would you put it beyond, Mike, for able to put a guy like Pop Douglas back there? If that ever got to that kind of situation.
I don't think I think you would just start throwing the ball every play.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it. Pop Douglas, boy, how long would he last? Cordero Patterson's, I think, 220 pounds.
All right, pick up Matt Collins. Pick a bigger receiver then to do it.
Yeah, I don't see it because I don't think they've practiced it. And so, to me, you'd just be much better off just dropping back and being in the shotgun. And, hopefully, if you're the Patriots, by that point, you've built a lead to the point where you don't have to do anything too crazy. I don't think it'd be worth it just to keep your running plays like alive and available in the playbook. That to me is that's not the smartest way to do business.
No, and I think there's enough changing of the game plan anyway on a short week like this to where, not that it doesn't come into play, but game situation has more to do on a Thursday night game than it would in other games. Like, okay, let's not push things here. We're really kind of playing with house money at this point. If you're up at a point tonight, then you treat things maybe differently than you would in other weeks.
Well, and part of it is because you just want to try to be as healthy as you can be going into the bye. And again, you still got the Bengals, you still got the Giants on a Monday night before the bye even gets here.
Yeah.
But their injury luck has been such where you'd love to keep that going, right? The Booty injury and the Stevenson injury aside, they're starting to pile up. But this would be the week where you would really start to worry about an injury tsunami, for lack of a better term, just because you're on short rest and because it has been so many games consecutively. It's just one of the challenges. It's one of the reasons why you've got that little feeling in your stomach this week, Hardy, about maybe this being a difficult game for the Patriots. But that's why, to me, this is really...
I don't think it'll be difficult. I just don't like the fact that nobody is picking the Jets.
Do you have a feeling? You got a little feeling in your stomach, little lady?
A little tickle?
Do you got a little tickle there?
A little gurgle?
Miss?
Is that what I'm hearing?
You feeling something?
Maybe it's just a good feeling for my friend. Maybe I just want him to feel good.
Well, someone said I'm a bad friend, whoever gave me those tickets. Someone emailed and they're like, you don't think you could cobble up enough money for a ticket? It's like, it's not the point, dickhead. My kid wants to go with his friend, not to have his dad tag along. Yes, of course I could buy a ticket to the game. It's the Jets on a Thursday night. It's not $1 billion. Get out of here. That nonsense. Everyone's starting trouble. You think Brian's going to be pissed that I gave the ticket to my kid?
No.
Yeah, why would he care?
No.
Yeah. He'll let him on the field. What does he care? Brian's a good guy. I thought it was just the gesture. It has nothing to do with me.
He would do the same thing for his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good fathers. That's what's really getting over here.
Yeah.
Who don't want to go to the game?
That's it. That should be everybody's takeaway on this.
It would be my takeaway.
That's my takeaway.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you've done.
Thank you, Phil. We appreciate it. All right, so like everything's falling into place. So when they play the Bengals, it's right before Burrow comes back. They have a bye week late, but it should be a fair. That Giants game might be a little interesting, but probably not. It's
you don't know if it's going to be Winston or Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart, that kind of thing.
It's going to be Dart. I mean, he just has a concussion. I mean, it's going to be Dart unless he gets another concussion. I mean, I would take it. It's Dart. He's going to miss this week.
I would expect that too.
And it's Winston. And then I would assume that it's Dart.
They're still incredibly banged up, though, right? No Scadaboo, no Neighbors, interim head coach.
Their
you're
defense
right.
is all right, though. And May gets hit so much. Does that concern you? I mean,
yes.
He really gets hit a lot, and he gets hit differently than other quarterbacks. He takes he does. If you go look around the league, he takes more punishment than other quarterbacks. That concerns you?
It does. Yeah. I mean, think about the hit to the head along the sideline right before he threw that pick in the red zone the other day.
Do you think that hit had anything to do with the pick?
It's hard for me to say.
Well, no, I know. But I guess I should say, do you hear of instances where guys get knocked around and then it takes them like a minute to get back and they're not operating fully functioning? Like he took 3 hits in a row, basically, before he threw that pick.
The throw to Hollins, the 54-yard completion, to me is one of the most impressive throws of the year, not just because of that play itself, but because the play before, Vita Vea's helmet was in his solar plexus as he was letting go of the football, and it ended up going incomplete. But the fact that he was able to pick himself up off the turf, I think it was a 3rd and 14 situation, it's just an absurd sequence of events there. And it's a shame in some ways that drive resulted in a pick, because I think people would have just looked at that. If they had ended up scoring on that drive, whether it was on a May throw or not, that would have been looked at as one of the most impressive series of the season for a guy who's playing like an MVP. And I think it speaks to sort of his short memory in a good way, that he can take a hit like that and still stare down the barrel and make another throw down the field as accurately as he did. But to that play, I mean, that happens where guys, get hit in such a way where it takes them a little bit of time to shake it off. I just don't know if it happened on that throw because it felt like it was the decision. It wasn't like an inexplicable decision. It was just the throw was a little bit behind, and the corner was able, or the safety was able to dive in front of it and make a great play. I mean, it was a diving, unbelievable, fully extended catch. So I don't know on that one, but just to the overall point of him getting hit as often as he's gotten hit, it's certainly an issue.
No, he's a young kid, but by this time of year, you got to figure it's not overly pleasant getting up to play this game today. I mean, he's still very young, but I mean, I got to imagine the body's not in 100% condition.
He said it before. One of the reasons why he's trying to heed the coaching that he's gotten when it comes to protecting himself is because even he, at 23 years old, will wake up the next day and say, "Oh, not what I'm looking for."
Yeah.
So it's something that only he can really figure out, though. They can talk to him about it as much as they want. But until he starts to make the decisions that keep him on the field, there's not a whole lot the coaching staff can do, in my opinion.
But he is, like you said, that throw was impressive, and he stands up in the face of pressure that is impressive, and he gets hammered sometimes after he releases the ball, which is impressive, and which you want every quarterback to do. But you have to think there's some instruction, like, dude, you don't scramble so much, like, stay in the pocket, like, see if you can stay in the pocket, step up in the pocket. Like, yeah, you're going to take a hit, but step it up. So he's being instructed that. So in the offensive line, how do you think the offensive line playing? It's not great.
It's not great. I mean, it's so vastly improved from last year that it's hard to critique him.
But he's getting hit a lot after he throws the ball. He's just getting hit in general.
He was under pressure on almost half of his dropbacks in Tampa Bay.
So what went on there with the offensive line?
Listen, I think part of that is Tampa Bay is just very good. And so not only do they have good players, but they have a scheme where it's really hard to decipher sometimes where the pressure is coming from. They've also had their issues, I think, pretty consistently with things like twists and stunts up front where, their interior offensive linemen specifically have to move laterally and sort of have their heads on swivels and understand where the pressure might be coming from. But those have given them problems, I would say, off and on all year long. And so,
Aaron, are you listening?
Those are the types of things that, I think, honestly, you've got to have figured out for tonight because the Jets do have, even after losing Quinnen Williams, they have an athletic front seven. And, athleticism outside of Will Campbell, I would say, is not at the top of the list of traits for this Patriots offensive line. And so that could be an area. All it takes is one play. If you've got one play like 2 weeks ago in Atlanta. No, but I was going to say the strip sack in Atlanta that almost goes for a touchdown. They did eventually score on that. But if you get one of those, depending on when it happens, that can change the game, and it can make two teams that shouldn't be playing a close game playing a close game.
I wouldn't worry about them getting a turnover. They have one takeaway this year and 0 interceptions.
That is an amazing stat.
Yeah,
listen, they lost Sauce, man. I mean, what are they going to do without a guy with that can't touch that never touches the football, even to knock it away? That trade is inexplicable to me. All right,
in a good way for your Jets.
Look, the Jets suck. I wish they didn't do it because I'm sick of it already. Like, it's enough with the picks, and like even if you hit on them, it doesn't matter because they hit on the ones that they got for the safety they took to the Seahawks. They got Garrett Wilson and they got Vera Tucker. I mean, those two guys hit. Vera Tucker's hurt and Wilson's hurt for this game, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do until you get a quarterback. Coaching matters, obviously, but until you get a quarterback, it doesn't matter.
But that's why I like the picks.
Yeah,
it gives you ammo.
I agree with you on the coaching. Keeping whatever you have together for whatever quarterback does come in, whether it's next year or even the year after, some of the guys will still be there. You don't want that locker room to be a complete disaster by the time the quarterback shows up.
Well, no, it's just what I'm saying is that it's like enough of like rebuilding. They had to do it, but I just am sick of them doing it. It's just because it means they're never good.
Oh, yeah, they keep doing it.
Yeah, they just keep.
Yeah.
And then everyone applauds them. And everyone says, what a great thing. This has happened numerous times in my lifetime. Wow, the Jets really nailed it. Wow, the Jets really smart. Look at all these picks. And then even if they hit on the picks, if they don't get a quarterback, that's Freudian. If they don't get a quarterback, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This team is not that much better than the Jets without Drake May. Don't you think?
Oh, the Jets' talent is there. I mean, we did a whole series on quarterback situations across the league. I had the Patriots near the bottom of the league. They were playing with fire in terms of offensive line, receiver group. The one redeeming thing that Drake May had around him, in my opinion, was Josh McDaniels. They've been much better at receiver than I thought they would be. The line has been much better than I thought it would be. But if you were to look at the Jets, and I'll look at those rankings, like I could go back and pull them up, I'm sure the Jets were ahead. By dint of having Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and they've got 2 first-round picks on the offensive line to tackle that I think are both good players. So
you just mentioned the line and Will Campbell again, though, just for a second. I think the biggest conversation about Will Campbell is that he's not a conversation every week. I thought we were going to be having a conversation about Will Campbell after every single game, and there are some games where after I hear either you or Bedard break it down, I'm like, okay, maybe he wasn't as good as I thought he was. But there hasn't been that one game where everybody comes in here and said, see, this is what we were afraid of. That hasn't been the case with him.
And it's happened for long enough now where I think even if he does have a bad game and they lose, I don't think you can look at him and say, well, you obviously have to kick him inside the guard now. I mean, he's given you half a season where he really hasn't been the problem.
Who do you give credit to for him and the offensive line?
I give it to him primarily because I think he's just wired in such a way where he is not allowing himself to be the problem. But Doug Marrone, to me, deserves a lot of credit. They have 3 offensive line coaches. All of those guys work with these guys in different ways, in different capacities, one-on-one, as a group, guards, an interior offensive lineman here, tackles over here. Yeah, some of it's McDaniels, too. He's certainly gotten plenty of help at times, and a lot of that is McDaniels and what he believes in. So, and a lot of it goes back to Drake May. Drake May is somebody who does like to extend the play, and that can make it harder on offensive linemen. But he's also been one of the most effective in the league when he's gotten rid of it quickly. So, the quarterback playing well helps everybody. It allows you to be a little bit more unpredictable offensively. That helps the offensive line as well. So, everybody deserves credit. You got to start with the guy himself, though, and he got a lot of criticism, obviously, before the draft even happened. But the fact that he's played the way he's played, to me, is a credit to who he is as an athlete, but also as a person. And I think that's why they drafted him.
As a man.
All right.
Yeah.
That's why it's how he's wired.
Enough.
Bit more on that.
Enough of that. It's gotten to this point now.
A bit more.
There's so little competition that it's gotten to what a good man he is.
Yeah. No, just as a competitor. Listen, sports is about competition. You know that. I know that.
I didn't know that. All right.
Well, it sounds like maybe you're confused. I'm just here to remind. Nice. Right?
That's why you brought the Bible. I get it. You're trying to convert me. All right.
I didn't get that.
Is this an intervention? All right. Very good. Thank you, Phil Perry from NBC Sports Boston. I appreciate it. We will be back in just a moment.
story.
And the same opinions.
Boring.
And he's back with Fred on the Sports Hub. We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack on Toucher and Hardy.
Commercials ended 20 minutes ago. All right. Hardy, you're doing a 90s cruise, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're hosting.
January, yeah. Late January. Sailing out of Tampa over to Bahamas. Stopping in Key West, I think, on the way back.
Yeah, Key West and Nassau. Those are the two places that everyone wants to go. And, I mean, exotic locale.
Yeah.
And right now, so you're probably familiar with the ultimate Gen X experience of the Sands in Cancun. It's the ultimate Gen X experience.
I have not been.
You're
no.
a Generation X guy.
Yeah, I don't know from the Sands.
All right, well, Eddie Trunk's there.
Okay.
Oh.
And he's in Cancun. And he's doing a meet and greet. Would you care to guess who's at the meet and greet?
Okay, so this is another, like, festival of bands, the Sands. Okay.
Rick Emmett from Triumph's there. So we'll just
All right, I'm not going to get any of these.
Now, there's no more musicians. Just Rick Emmett from Triumph is the only musician. The other people are people that present music in some way, shape, or form.
Matt Pinfield.
What do you think? This Gen X experience. Come on.
Okay.
I'll tell you, one of your contemporaries, Richard Blade, is there.
Oh, Richard Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, you can still hear him on First Wave.
What's his background?
He was K-Rock in L.A.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Was he the midday guy?
No, that was Jed the Fish.
Yeah. I think Blade was afternoons and like... Oh, no. I think he was middays and Jed was afternoons because I think Blade's whole thing was the throwback lunch or whatever their version of that was.
All right, shut up.
Yeah. Well, you say it so definitively. No.
Yeah, but that's how you win most arguments, just as sounding confident. All right, so you got Rick Emmett from Triumph there.
Okay.
Now there's got to be a posse, hangers on. Trunk's there to facilitate.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because Trunk does his own security. So when the crowds in Cancun starts pushing up on Rick Emmett, who, by the way, has 9,000 Instagram followers, what other presenters are with him? Would you guess?
So no other musicians.
There's 3 other presenters there with him. They present music.
Any VJs?
Oh.
Okay. Mark Goodman.
Mark Goodman is there. And he's looking a lot like Anthony Bourdain. Don't end up the same way. He killed himself. Who else?
Kurt Loder.
He's not still alive. He was old
He
as
is.
hell.
He's like 80 now.
There's no way he's only 80.
Kurt Loder is still alive?
He was like one of the editors of Rolling Stone in this early 70s.
Kurt Loder is 80 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
Boom. Right again.
Yeah, he's my parents' age. Like, he was born in the 40s. All right. 1945. That's a good year. All right. Alan Hunter and Downtown Julie Brown are also
Downtown Julie Brown will be on the 90s cruise.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
She's got a lot going on.
Along with Better Than Ezra and Fuel and Sponge and Smash Mouth, TLC, and Vogue. Who am I missing? Sugar Ray.
Isn't the lead singer Smash Mouth dead?
Yep.
Yeah,
they're gonna get a new lead singer by January, John. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guitar player from Smash Mouth is now playing with Billy Sheehan from Mr. Big in the David Lee Roth band.
Wow.
One of the best technical bassists of all time. Him and Stu Ham.
Fred, I know you said in the meeting the other day you wanted to give the Eddie Trunk bit a little bit more breathing room, but I do have for when you're ready to come back to it again. I have an Inception version of.
I don't think the audience has
Eddie Trunk
responded in a way
talking
that I think they deserve another Eddie Trunk.
It's wrong. The people that like it love it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the people that don't, the haters got me down. I gotta somehow.
Yeah.
Eddie.
I got to run. Thank you, man. I got to let you go.
All right. Thanks, Eddie. All right. That'll do it for us. As the show ends and as the game begins tonight, there'll be a lot of listeners tomorrow.
And you'll be fit as a fiddle because you're not going to be sitting in traffic for 2 hours getting there. We're talking about not only getting there, but when you would get home if you were to.
What about if you have that parking lot that gives you access right out of the parking lot?
You'd cut your time down by a little bit, but Hardy's right. It would take you a significant amount of time to get home.
You're
trying to get up Route 1.
Yeah, 20, 30 minutes just getting up Route 1.
Why
and
did they put the stadium there? This is all like 70s problems.
They tried in
this
the early
is like
90s.
with the Silverdome. This is like dumb crap that they took care of in
tried.
Detroit. If Detroit can figure something out before you're in big trouble.
Here's what happened. They tried in the early 90s at 12. Remember this phrase, megaplex? They tried in the early 90s when Bledsoe was drafted to put one in South Boston.
Look, there's nothing
Residents
wrong.
voted it out. They didn't want it.
Nothing wrong with the area, obviously. I don't think any of our audience is dumb enough to think I'm attacking the town of Foxborough. I'm sure they're not thrilled it's there either. But it's just like they dumped this stadium on some residential road. And this is like the problem of going to the Silverdome in Pontiac, which was more urban than Foxborough. No, I'm not going to the game. I'm a good father. Nothing you would know about.
Sideline with my kid, yeah.
My kid's going on the sideline.
Is he?
He is.
Yeah.
Is he?
With his new daddy.
Let's see a real man. Let's see a real man. Come see me.
He's gonna come see you.
Fool.
You gonna let him in?
Yeah, let him in.
Okay, thank you.
Why aren't you going?
So last night I'm like, I don't.
Anxiety.
Here we go.
Yeah, last night I'm
stressed with not making a show tomorrow.
No, I don't worry about that. Listen, what are they gonna do? So so last night I didn't feel. I'm like, hey, Mile, if I don't feel well, you can still go to the game. And he goes, oh, and then he's like, texts his friend like right away. And then this morning I was gonna go. You can ask. I was all like kind of excited to go.
Yeah.
And my son texted me and he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, all right, dude.
That's a loaded question.
I'm like, do you want to take your friend? He's like, I feel bad. This is our thing. And I'm like, don't feel bad. I'm like, don't feel. I'm going to the Thanksgiving game with them. I'm going to. We're not going on the field though.
Nice.
All right.
It's a good show. You guys had a good show today. Thanks.
He doesn't mean it.
Your show was good yesterday.
For 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, until you
Hit
banged
the
out.
wall. Yep.
Just couldn't do it.
I went home and I slept for 3.5 hours.
You can ask them off the air. I was saying that it's too much for you. It's too much.
Well, I mean, it's just go time, man. Like, team's good.
Yeah, but you're gonna run out of gas. That travel takes it out of you. People don't realize
for losers,
that.
Fred. Sleeps for losers.
Except when you
you don't get any. It's just all the days run together.
Yeah, I think the sleep is for losers thing has been figured out as being
I'm
false.
so looking forward to this weekend to do nothing. Like,
sleep is actually
we
for
have stuff this weekend.
You'll win if you sleep.
Oh.
You'll win more than you lose.